What is up, everybody? We are live, and I'm here with Tony and Tim. What's up, guys? How are y'all doing tonight?
Good. How are you doing?
You know, we got some business to attend to. No fancy intros or nothing. I'm not going to make Tim promote himself here tonight. I might later. I don't know. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got 93 people in the chat right now, so I appreciate everybody being here tonight. And yeah, before we get started, we got some heavy hitting topics to get into tonight. How are you all doing? You guys doing okay?
Yeah, doing good.
Yeah, I'm doing well. It was a day. It was okay. I really dug the music though. I was I don't know if you saw I was jamming out. That was pretty good rocking music.
Reminds me of my days back in the pit, back in the early 2000s. Jamming to some what we listened to back then, Tim? Korn?
Oh, Korn, Slipknot, all that type of stuff.
Slipknot.
Coal Chamber.
Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Tony says he wasn't listening to none of that crap.
No.
No part of that. But yeah, I appreciate you all being with me tonight. We're going to be talking about something that occurred to me following a question that I got on my live stream on, I think, Thursday morning. Just asking about collecting, my collection, and do we have, enough movies? Do we think that we're going to get to all the movies in our collection? So I thought, we'd talk about just collecting on a larger scale, diving into some topics, getting into the chat, seeing what everybody else thinks. And Tony.
Yes.
BasementBlus. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Tony, go subscribe to his channel. His link is down below. He does unboxings. He does hauls. He does all kinds of videos on collecting and growing your physical media collection. So definitely go give him a subscribe. Follow him on Instagram. You got Tim over there. Tim Talks Talkies. He talks talkies a lot. He loves movies and he loves collecting.
Yes.
So there you go.
All valid points.
Subscribe to his channel. His link is down below and his Instagram. So we got all the, the promo and all that stuff out of the way. So what have you guys been watching recently? I'm going to dive into some lighter topics before we get started.
Well, today I watched They Went This Away and That Away from 1978. And I remember seeing that at the drive-in back when I was 9 years old. And it does not hold up at all. It wasn't. It was terrible.
Who put that out?
Kino Lorber did. I got it in the mail today, and it's got Tim Conway in it, which is, I like Tim Conway, but it just, I don't know. I was waiting for some kind of big nostalgic moment, but it never happened.
I didn't.
Waiting on something and it never happens.
Yeah,
I didn't know that movie at all. All I know is that yesterday when I was trying to pronounce the title in the physical media report, I screwed up 5 times and had to keep restarting over and over again. Yeah. It's like this, it went this away and that away.
They went this away and that away.
Yeah. It sounds interesting. I'm sorry you didn't like it though.
It was okay. It wasn't nothing special.
Yeah. Tim, you been watching anything good recently?
I watched Child's Play today, and I watched the Red Dawn 4K yesterday. Child's Play was great to revisit, but Red Dawn, 2 thumbs up. Red Dawn was great to revisit. The 4K looked great, and I forgot how dark that movie gets. You know what I mean? Like it's aimed at teenagers. Yeah, it's you almost feel like everyone's invincible for half the movie, and then it gets kind of dark. It's a great movie.
Yeah, great cast. Patrick Swayze, Leah Thompson.
Yeah,
good stuff. I watched Chopping Mall last night. I watched that Vestron title. I'm trying to collect all the Vestrons with the slipcover. Yeah, I'm that guy. I'm becoming that guy. I feel like I'm becoming Pops, a man on a mission. Now, if I was Pops, I would just ordered them all at once. Yeah, only ordered one at a time. It's a fun movie though. I enjoyed it a lot. It doesn't deliver on the title. Like the robots don't chop anybody up. They just shoot them with lasers the whole movie. But I thought it was fun.
That the cover art to that has to be one of the most deceiving cover arts I've ever seen. Like the I'm talking specifically the original poster. It's a robot hand holding a bag, Nothing at all to do with what's in the movie. Like, there's no robots that have hands like that. It is so different than what the movie is, but it just burned in my brain, and that's such a fun movie.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. It's very short, doesn't overstay its welcome. I think it's only like 75 minutes. It just gets right to the point, gets right to the carnage, and
that's nice.
I enjoyed it. And then I followed it up with Blood Games, which I didn't enjoy so much so far, but I'm hoping it gets a little better as I go along. It's a Vinegar Syndrome title, so who knows? But yeah, the Child's Play movie. What'd you think? How did it look? Did you enjoy the new transfer screen factor?
I definitely thought it. I mean, it was definitely an upgrade. I thought it looked good. I felt like Red Dawn was the bigger jump in quality. So like in my mind, like Red Dawn is burned in there because that movie looked phenomenal.
I feel like Red Dawn's got better opportunity to shine in 4K. It's got like
all that outdoor shot
design. So I'm looking forward to watching that. I'm gonna try to watch it tonight. But the one I gotta watch first is Coneheads. I'm watching. I don't know if I wait for my kids to watch it with me or if I watch it solo tonight. They probably won't care to watch it, so I'll just watch it by myself. But look, we're gonna get into some topics. Recent pickups. What'd y'all get recently?
Just the usual. Red Dawn, of course. Child's Play, all three of them.
Tim, did you get that big Raptor set, Jurassic World Raptor set?
So I canceled the pre-order. I saw in-hand pictures of the statue, and the statue looked awful for the price. So I ended up canceling. It's
just the regular set and the statue, right?
Yeah, and I didn't need the movies because I'm already getting that Steelbook set from Zabby. So if I'm not buying it for the movies, I'm buying it for the statue. And is the statue worth $150? Like, I have statues behind there that are like pretty high quality for that 150, 200 range instead of that like plasticky or badly painted crap that Universal tried selling us.
Yeah.
What about your other plasticky Jurassic Park figures from the other sets? Does that bother you not having that one?
No, not really. So for the Jurassic World one with the two dinosaurs that are separate, I don't even know what happened to the box for that anymore. I just have those two dinosaurs just sitting around. They're fine, but I also bought that set for so cheap that I really don't care that the statues aren't that great. Now, the statue inside that
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, this set. Again, the statue is not great when you take it out, but it looks good inside the box. And this is more like nostalgia, but I don't have nostalgia for the Jurassic World franchise. So
you don't have nostalgia for those locusts and stuff yet?
No.
Maybe someday.
Maybe in 30 years.
Can you imagine a kid being like 6 or 7 in the theaters and Jurassic World Dominion was their first Jurassic Park movie they ever saw and growing up with that memory?
Oh, man.
I remember those locusts. It was such a great moment. It's one of the best moments in theater. Do you think anybody's going to be saying that in 20 years?
No. No.
Not like the T-Rex bursting through the gate in the first one. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff to go into. I got a ton of just kind of jumping off points for this topic. I don't know what direction we're going to go in or where we're going to end up. I don't really have like a definitive goal for this conversation. I just wanted to have the conversation about collecting on a large scale, which you two definitely do. And myself, I'm getting there. I'm not quite to y'all's point yet, but I definitely collect on a rather large scale as well. And just getting into the psychology of collecting in that way, and the who's, the what's, the whens, the whys, the hows, just all of it. We're going to get into all of it here tonight. Does that sound good to you all?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
You want to get it all out there? Do you have anything y'all want to get anything off your chest?
I don't know. We'll see what the evening brings.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We'll come across it as we go.
we do have 144 people in here watching us right now, so thank you so much tonight for spending your evening with us. And the only thing I ask is, as we cover these topics, just be respectful of each other, and we're just having this discussion so we can all be respectful of each other and the way we collect and all that good stuff. And if you're not respectful, you can go eat rocks. Is that what they say? Kick rocks or eat rocks? It's one of the two. We do have Brian Miller here. He says, "Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well." What's up, Brian?
Oh,
How you doing? It's the first one in. Latula Moore's here. What's up, man?
Hey,
You got Chandler. We're doing great, man. You guys doing good?
doing good.
Got Homeskid 101. Got Movie Hunter 2020. Smash the like button. Yeah. You guys haven't hit the like button. Hit that like button. It helps. You know, hitting the like button's underrated. It's not really that hard. Do you all ever have any complications with hitting the like button?
Never.
It's just down there.
First thing I do whenever I watch someone's video, I just go ahead and hit the like button. Even before I see the video, you know, it's not that hard.
You know, there's people out there that make you earn their like. Did you know that? People out there make you earn their like. They're like, I'll get comments sometimes. They'll be like, I didn't know if I was going to like this or not. But then when you said this, I was like, okay, it's like worthy.
And the thing about my videos is if you don't get
likes.
If you don't get that like button hit in a minute and 30 seconds, you've already missed out on my video.
That's not true. Tony, my favorite videos of yours are the longer ones. You need to do more of those. Well, I love your Letterboxd end of month Letterboxd reviews.
Yeah, maybe there'll be some longer ones when I'm not so busy.
Yeah, does get time consuming. Hollow Note says, "Good evening, gents. Obligatory. There's levels to this." Yeah, we're talking about high level collecting. It is kind of a play on my name, mid level media, and then collecting on a large scale. Let's see. Dominican Scott says, "What's up, everybody? What's up, man? Movies and Sue's in the chat. What's up, Sue? Sue's another big time collector."
Yep.
Huck is here. Hey, y'all, amazing people. Ken, Tony, and Tim. Can't wait to hear you dig into this topic. This one's big. It is big. Hey, Sue. Lewis is ready. My Killer Podcast is in the house. Hey, what's up, everyone? Can't wait for this live with 3 of my all-time faves.
Hey, Mel.
Thank you, Mel. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. No slip. Hashtag no slip, no dip.
No dip.
Isn't that right, Tony? We're going to leave Tim out of this. He's not a slip.
Yeah, I'm not in that.
He hates slips.
I didn't say I hate slips. I said I don't care about slips. Difference.
I finally got around to watching Mel's slipcover video, and she blew my mind with that VHS comparison she made. She was like, "Can you imagine putting your VHS tapes on the shelf with no cover? Yeah. That's weird." And I was like, "Yeah, you're absolutely right." You ever been to somebody's house and they just have a bunch of like naked VHS tapes? I had that happen to me when I was a kid.
Never get asked to go to anybody's house.
It scared me to death when I saw that. I was like, "What are you guys doing? Put that in a case or something."
I think a difference though is they sell slipless movies, but they didn't sell. Right. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I don't hate the slip. If I get it, that's great, but I don't seek it out necessarily.
Yeah, you don't stress over it.
Yeah. Scaps is here. What's up, man? What's up? Jason Dominguez. What's up, man? 2-minute warning. Get your snacks and drinks ready. This is going to be epic, says Movie Hunter 2020. Sulico 88's here. Don Morton's here. What's up, Don? Holla Notes here. Hello to everyone in the chat. There's too many people to write in one message.
There's a lot of people here.
100. What's up? What's up, man? Scabs, Ken is the only one as a cartoon at the thumbnail screen. Would be funny if he was animated during the whole live stream. That would be something if I managed to pull that one off. What would you guys think if I was animated the whole time?
It'd be interesting.
That would actually, there's filters for that, isn't there? That would actually be
there. I'm sure there is. If I was good at that type of stuff, I could probably make myself animated. Be like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the stream. What's up, Thomas? What's up, Douglas? Heat was a great movie back in the day. Heat's still a great movie.
Great now.
Yeah. Oh my God. Every time I watch that movie, I'm like, damn, this might be the best movie ever made.
You get chills with that diner scene between Pacino and De Niro. Oh my gosh, that is so good. God,
so good. Yeah, that's it's an example of just creating good characters and writing them well and build up to a payoff, and then
And I read they didn't even rehearse that scene. They all wanted it to be the natural first take. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely shows it's so authentic. What's up, BN Chili? We try to get to most everybody. I obviously probably won't be able to get to everybody, but we got Gus. Can't forget Gus. Cindy Eubanks is here. Adrian James is here. Huck says, you've made it when you've already had over 20 likes and you haven't said one word. Well, thank you all for liking. I appreciate that. Stubbs says, what's up, everybody? All right, let's see. Popeye's here. Rock Solid Gaming's here. That Horror Dude's here.
Hey there.
Mel says she doesn't tweet her. I thought you were on Twitter, Mel. Culture Trini's here. What's up?
Hey,
Dale
Trini.
Gribble. Does Tony have an OnlyFans?
Nope, I do not have an OnlyFans.
Hold on a second. Tony sent us something today I wanted to dive into. Tony, did you bring your bed?
I did not. I left it upstairs.
You didn't bring the bed?
No room down here for a bed.
Do you care if I bring this comment up?
No, it's okay. It's just one of many.
I put it. Hold on. So this is a comment that Tony got today, and it prompted me to, come up with a new YouTube channel for Tony. We're going to talk about it here in a second. So this I don't know who this is. All right. Tony, I love the enthusiasm and passion you talk about movies with. Sometimes I wish I could spend the day in bed with you talking about movies. Keep up the great content.
If they're going to spend the day with me, they're going to have to go to work because that's where I'm at all day is work.
First off, is your wife aware of this comment? That's what I want to know.
She could care less.
Is she like my wife? You can have him. Get him out of here.
Probably.
But no, I want Tony to start a bedside ASMR channel about collecting, where he's just laying in his bed with his phone up like this. You can hold your phone while you're filming, and just talk about movies very softly into a microphone. I think it would kill. Yeah, maybe. It would kill YouTube. It would break YouTube. 1 million subscribers first month, guaranteed.
Mr. Beast who? Tony takes over YouTube.
Yeah, for Mr. Beast who? Yeah, hell with Mr. Beast. Tony ASMR, it's a new thing. Make Tim promo himself.
Come on,
I was trying to be nice to Tim and Tony tonight, We're already going to get into some touchy subjects. Tim looking sexy AF with that haircut, boss. Sexy. Tim's got his own thirst group on the internet as well. Obsessing over his beard. Tim's singing in the stream. We got Born to Be Red here. It says Loco. What's up, man? Stubbs is here.
For Cold Chamber.
Yo, guys, can't stay but watching Good Burger, and I thought I'd say how we're going to be more entertaining than Good Burger. I promise you that.
Good Burger is great, though. Love that movie.
I need to, I guess, watch it again. I couldn't get into it. I was about 20 minutes in there. I was like, this is not as good as I remember it.
I thought it totally held up. I was shocked.
Good Burger's a movie I watched when I was a kid, but I didn't watch it all the time. Like, I wasn't obsessed with it or nothing. I probably have seen it maybe 3 times in my life. So I don't know if that was enough to have that built-in nostalgia for it. Tony's room looks like a blockbuster, says Scabs. How many times have you heard that, Tony?
Almost every time there's a live stream.
How does it make you feel when somebody says that about your collection?
Yeah, there's nothing, no shame with that. That's for sure.
Does the pride kick in? And you're like, yeah, obviously. Come on.
Hopefully, I won't go out of business.
Years of collecting. Well, you're not going to go out of business.
This is all mine.
It's all yours. Unless somebody comes and takes it all or something, God forbid.
Yeah, they could do that.
Hope you got security cameras on that. Let's see. Video Man says, I just finished work. First time I got to see your hot mama face, Ken. Been some weeks. Hot mama face. I've never heard that before. What about sold out Event Horizon 4K? The big box is still available on Diabolic.
That's a nice set. Ralph
Laney's here. What's up? So basically, if we're going through every one of your movies, we're talking about a 3-hour stream tonight. If we're going through everybody's movies, it'd be a lot longer than 3 hours.
Yeah, one of those 24-hour streams.
Yeah,
I don't know if that would do it.
Mizzy E's here. Mel saying no slip, no dip. Let's see. Okay, Douglas corrected himself. He closer to 6-hour stream. Closer to 6-hour stream. Yeah, Pop cannot stop. Coneheads, JS is here. I'm going to call out my last, call outs, and then we'll get into some topics. I saw Tim talk about Kino version of 12 Angry Men, and the way he went about the movie convinced me to order it.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Tim's really good at selling movies. He really is. You need to do more recommendation videos, Tim.
Something other than Summertime.
Yeah. Some other than Summertime. Yeah, he is. I haven't ordered Summertime yet, but I've ordered a lot of movies based on Tim's recommendation.
Oh, I have too. Yeah.
Night of the Hunter. And what was the other one? Dead Heat.
Yeah,
you
Dead
convinced me to get and watch my first Vinegar Syndrome title.
I was selling Dead Heat as much as I possibly could.
Yeah, you're selling it harder than I was selling Apex. Well, probably not. Definitely show your kids Coneheads. I loved watching that with my dad. Yeah, my kids just don't care about anything but like YouTube and Fortnite, pretty much. Manuel Briz said, Tony, the king of movie collectors on YouTube. I will say, though, I watched all 3 of the Child's Play movies with my 8-year-old daughter. Do you guys think there's anything wrong with that?
Yes.
Tony said yes. All right. Don't show her any. I'm trying to get her into horror stuff. She did have a bad dream about Chucky the other night, but I think nightmares are good for kids. That's my opinion. Favorite Jess Franco film? I haven't seen any Jess Franco films.
Yeah,
I have not.
I don't know.
I'd have to look that up.
Yeah.
The name is definitely familiar. I'm sure I've seen something.
Yeah, I think they're dirty movies.
Oh, are
exploitation films? Yeah.
Well, maybe not then.
Excelsior's here. Brent Madison's here. Lewis Gill's here. Hard Copy Blues. Love this premise. Thanks for the late night entertainment. Thank you for being here. Pop says, Ken. I don't know what that's for, Pops. What are you saying that for? We got plastic cases for VHS tapes. Yeah, I remember those too. I like my VHS in a clamshell until they went to the cheap cardboard slips. Yeah, were they in clamshells in the very beginning?
Yes. Mostly
like all of them?
Not all of them, no, but most of all the children's entertainment was in the clamshells.
I remember that. I remember having all the Disney movies in the clamshell. Do you know why that was? Why it was only like the kids' movies they put in clamshell?
I think because it really stood out more. They could put more artwork on it to attract the kids, so they could beg their parents to buy it for them. Maybe it was easier for the kids to hold. I don't know.
Yeah, because it wasn't just Disney.
No, I got Balto. I've got
Goosebumps. Did it? The Goosebumps series.
Did it. All the Nickelodeon VHS tapes were like that.
I was thinking maybe because it's a bigger volume, they can justify selling for more too.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the plastic protectors that would go on the cardboard VHS where you'd like squeeze the sides to get the VHS to pop down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Tony fans. Tony's ASMR of him bagging his Blu-rays.
What does ASMR stand for?
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what it stands for.
I can look it up real quick.
Sounds like a money making opportunity. Maybe I can quit my job. Maybe I can quit my job and just stay home and bag my Blu-rays.
It's autonomous sensory Merdine.
Oh.
God, you got to make me pronounce stuff that I can't pronounce.
Yes, so I'm going to sit here and I want to
anonymous sensory I can't pronounce it. Response. I don't know. But it typically refers to the tingly feeling that travels from the head downward that some experience in response to certain sounds, feelings, or descriptions. This can include soft whispering, crinkling paper, or a gentle touch. So there you go.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Big Half's here. What's up, man? He says that 75 to 80% of his 4,000 collection has been purchased secondhand. Curious what percentage of your collections are purchased secondhand versus brand new? That is interesting.
That's a good question.
I do want to ask that. I know, Tim, you probably do some secondhand shopping, but Tony, do you do any secondhand shopping at all?
Toward the beginning, I did a lot of thrift stores. I still buy a lot off of eBay, especially if I'm looking for a specific slipcover. So I do a lot of eBay purchasing. But as far as secondhand shops, in the beginning I did, but mostly now I don't even. All the shops I've been to in my area have pretty much just worn down, nothing new. So I just buy brand new.
Yeah, I actually, mine have been okay lately. Like I just picked up all of these at a Salvation Army for $2 each. They're not like mind-blowing titles, but there's some Humphrey Bogart in here. A couple of these are sealed. Rain of Fire is a solid movie, so there's some good stuff in there. $2 each.
Some Humphrey Bogart on Blu-ray.
Yeah,
I haven't hit up the Salvation Army.
There's some. In this area, Salvation Army blows the doors off Goodwill. Goodwill is horrible here, where Salvation Army is pretty solid.
Yeah. The 4K King says he tried ASMR for a video yesterday. It's very interesting. Never again. I didn't see that one. Did you guys see the 4K King go as ASMR or 4K King? Got you used to his new name.
That sounds interesting.
All right, so let's start with some topics here, and I did get try to put this up here. This is the question that I got on my live stream the other day, and it's a fair question. I'm not saying anything negative towards anybody that makes these kind of comments or not. It's a fair question to ask, I think, and I think that sometimes when you get like a negative feedback or negative comment like that, it's easy to be like, what do you know? This is my collection. I do what I want. But we are all on YouTube. We are all on Instagram. We are all showing off our collections and things like that. So we have to be open to those kind of comments and criticisms and things like that, because we put ourselves out there for people to say those kind of things. Of course, people can do it in a less jerkish way, but I think it's fair. So this is what was put on there. Do you think you'll ever realize that you have too many movies that have been unwatched and untouched, that it's time to stop wasting your money?
Yeah, we haven't never heard that one before.
Or, there's a war going on and we shouldn't be buying a lot of stuff while there's a war going on. There are some asinine comments for sure. But that's the first, topic we'll dive into. And that's the topic of too many movies. So I've got some points I want to talk about here, and I'll go one by one. So Tim, you can answer. Tony, you can answer. But do you think you'll? Well, I just read that, but what do you think about that question that I just put up there? Do you think that there'll be a point where you realize that I just have too much in my collection? I don't need any more. I just need to stop, or at least kick it down a notch.
I already realize now, at the rate I purchase versus the rate I watch, I will forever have a backlog. There's no catching up. There's stuff that has been on my shelf for years, still untouched. There will be stuff on my shelf for years, still untouched. I do have this grand idea, or hope, I should say. My house, I'm paying on it. It'll be done before I retire. Hopefully have the car. I'll have a nice newer car paid off, hopefully have minimal bills, and I'm retiring the second I can, and I will have a massive collection. I could freaking cut the internet, use cell phone for internet. I have a massive collection. That's kind of the grand hope. My wife and I can just vegetate on the couch and just watch it all day because we have no worries anymore, really.
You can finally knock down that backlog, but you'll still, I imagine at this point in time, unless physical media is dead, unless what everybody's been saying for years actually happens and you don't have anything else to buy, and maybe new movies the way we know them now in 20-30 years aren't coming out. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe it's just like short form content. Maybe it's all TikTok movies by then that are like 30 seconds, and who wants to watch that? And then you'll have time to get through all the, incredible history of film, because that's all you'll have to watch. But Tony, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, my thought is I do have a lot already. And each month, I promise you, in my mind, I'm always thinking, okay, I'm not going to have to buy so much this month because I don't need what's coming out. But every week comes by, it's like I'm still hoarding them up, because I'm afraid if I don't get it, then I'm going to miss out. So, it's dwindled, but over the past 5 years, it really has become obsessive to where I just buy way too much. And it is kind of embarrassing. Every month I do my end of month video. It's embarrassing that I've spent so much money, but I honestly don't do anything else with my money other than my collecting and taking care of my family, paying my obligations, and that's pretty much it. I have no life outside of this other than just work and church. So
and I ask all these questions, and I pretty much I understand the mindset of what you are going through. So I'm just asking these questions to kind of create the conversation about it and just give everybody Because there's a lot of people out there that probably wonder, why does Tim buy all the movies he buys? Why does Kim buy all the movies he buys? Why does Tony buy all the movies he buys and duplicate copies of every single one of them?
Right.
There's
now-
those people out there that wonder that and want to understand that mindset.
Right.
And also, they'll be like, I have all the movies in my collection that I want, or I feel like I need. They're all my favorites, and that's all I need to own. And they can't really understand why people like us go out there and blind buy like we do and just buy all these movies that we had never seen or haven't seen in years. And
when my kids are almost, my oldest son is 30, my youngest son is 28, and when they were little, I couldn't buy all this kind of stuff. I was busy working and taking care of the family, so there was no collection like this. There was a little bitty collection, but as they got older and on their own and all this stuff, I just started buying what I wanted to buy and taking care of Tony. Buy my bag.
And you deserve it, Tony.
Yeah, exactly.
You deserve it. You deserve it.
Real quick, here's how I was thinking about it. Hobbies are for enjoyment. It's what we do to make ourselves happy. Most of the hobbies, unless you're collecting currency, you're just throwing money at things that will sit there. People that collect bottle caps, action figures, posters, whatever you want to call it, you're spending your money on stuff that just kind of sits there. So really, what is the difference with the movies? Like, yes, I'm watching them, and yes, some are sitting there, but they make me happy. And really, that is the end goal. I love knowing that they're there. I can pick it off the shelf whenever I want to watch it. It makes me happy. That is literally the only goal. There's no other purpose than just makes me happy.
Yeah. And that was kind of my point when I was going through. I know for a fact that I'm not going to watch all these movies back here, and I know, Tim, you got your grand plan and everything, and I don't know how you feel about that, Tony, but I know for a fact that there's going to be a lot of these movies back here that aren't going to get watched. And to be completely honest, and this might sound bad to a lot of people, that really doesn't bother me. It really doesn't bother me because I would rather have them back there as an option to watch if I want to watch them. And that might not make sense to anybody than to not have them at all. And I feel like, I don't know if you all feel this way, I was thinking about it the other day. It's almost like we're so longing for like the old days of getting to go to the video store and all the stores that used to have these impressive physical media sections. We're longing for those days so much we almost want to recreate that in our own space. And it's almost like we treat our own houses or rooms like it's a Blockbuster. Yeah. And you get to go over there and you have the option and you get to pick stuff off the shelf. And I mean, I would love to own a lot of movies from film history from all the years and just have an archive of movies. Maybe not every single movie ever made. There's a lot of trashy films that have been made I don't really care to own. But a lot of the important ones I would want to own.
But some collectors enjoy that kind of film, so that's what they enjoy collecting. You might like the mainstream stuff, but there are people out there that love the trashy Vinegar Syndrome stuff that they put out. Not that everything that Vinegar Syndrome puts out is trashy, because it's not, but they like whatever they like to collect. That's good for them. Everybody,
that's a good point.
Yeah.
And I realize that, even saying that, that's a demeaning thing to the people that collect Vinegar Syndrome. And I don't mean it that way at all, because they may want a film archive of, trashy, low-level B horror movies, because that's what they love and that's what they grew up with loving. And they don't care about the classics.
Here's a personal experience talking on the whole stuff sitting on the shelves in our own personal Blockbuster. 3 nights ago, my wife and I are trying to decide on a movie. And all 3 of us have been to the point where you're searching through your collection trying to figure out what you want to watch. Well, I end up pulling out a movie, Criminal Law, with Gary Oldman and Kevin Bacon. It's an olive release. It's been sitting on my shelf for years now. I've kept glancing over it. Finally pulled it off the shelf, watched it for the first time. I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. Both actors were fantastic. And that feeling of watching something for the first time that you've had sitting in your collection and you love it is an awesome feeling. So I was thrilled.
Yep. And it would have been so easy for you to just let that movie sit there for the rest of your life and never watch it. But you had it there and you were in that right mood to just look over and say, you know what? I want to watch this today. and you had that option because it was in your collection. So for me, like that's honestly what it's all about. And I know that that's hard for some people to grasp because they're like, why do you own all these movies that you've never seen or whatever? It's like, I just own the movies I love. I've got Back to the Future, Star Wars, Indiana Jones. That's all I need. You know?
And I try not to watch things that I've already seen before, especially if it was recently. But every day I watch a movie, so I try to pick something that I haven't seen before. And there's so much, but I've got the options, like you said. And I definitely love it when people recommend a movie because it is hard for us, even though we have hundreds of movies behind us. It's hard for us to make our mind up on what we want to see. So when Tim makes a recommendation on what I should check out, I'm all over that. I enjoy watching films that people recommend.
Yeah. And Lewis, I don't know if he said watch on Tubi or on DVD. Do you all ever, if you're trying to decide on what you want to pick up, do you all ever watch something on a streaming service before you actually get it, or you just get it if it's something you're mildly interested in?
I use streaming, but I don't use it as much as to justify what I pay for it every month. Some of the services literally don't get used for the month, which is something I should correct. But no, if I know my taste pretty well, that if I feel I'm gonna like it, I end up just purchasing it.
Yeah, that's what I do. I usually, if someone recommends something and I don't have it, I'll just go ahead and purchase it. I don't even look at the streaming service to see if it's available. The only thing that I use the streaming services for is for the original content for the TV shows. Like,
do you ever, like, if you just don't, do you ever see something on streaming and you're like, I'm just going to watch this, I don't feel like going and grabbing the Blu-ray and putting it in?
Nope.
I always go get the Blu-ray.
I always get the Blu-ray. But yeah, I do like the original content that you can find. Stranger Things. If we want to see Stranger Things, we have to watch Netflix because they're not going to release the rest of these on Blu-ray. I don't know what they're going to do. But anyway, I'd rather just to open it up off the shelf. Even if I don't have it on the shelf, I'll go to eBay or go to Amazon and purchase it, and it gets here in 2 days from Amazon. Yeah. So yeah.
So here's another like personal experience thing with the streaming, more so the digital like rentals where you pay the $3.99 or whatever to rent. We're looking through Apple TV and we're searching actors. I'm just trying to find stuff that I might want to purchase on physical media, and we're looking for something for the night. And I run across Toy Soldiers. I've never seen Toy Soldiers before, and it's $3.99 to rent. And I watched the trailer. I'm like, this looks really good, but I couldn't bring myself to pay $3.99 to rent when I hopped on Amazon and there was a Mill Creek release, a double pack for $12. I'm like, my mind can't justify paying $3.99, but it could justify paying $12. You know what I mean?
Have it in the collection.
Yeah.
Plus, you get another movie with it.
Yeah, I've definitely had that mindset too, where my wife will want to watch something. I'll be like, it's only $3.99 on to rent it, and I'll be like, yeah, but I can get the Blu-ray for $8.99.
Yep.
But sometimes when you're in that situation and she's like, no, I want to watch it now, I'm not waiting for no Blu-ray to come in, then I have to rent it.
I have never paid any money to do what y'all say y'all do. So you pay money to watch something on TV? $3.99 to what? To purchase it off of the Amazon or something?
To rent it?
Basically like a
really?
You ain't never done that?
No, I've never done that.
Vudu, Amazon. I mean, it was big during the pandemic. Like if you wanted to watch some of those like newer movies because you're just so starved for a new movie, like you would rent it for $20 off of Vudu or Amazon Prime because they would put it on their early access.
No, but I'll buy 3 copies of it and put it on my shelf.
I did it with I remember I rented Freaky for $20, like, and that's just a rental. Like I don't get to keep that $20. So they had a lot of those stuff early access during the pandemic. Promising Young Woman I rented for $20. The thing is though, I had some the Fandango gift cards. And I had no idea when the theaters were going to open again, but somebody got a bunch of those for me for the Christmas before the pandemic. So I had to use them, and you could use those on the Vudu rentals. Oh, okay. So I used all those gift cards for renting stuff.
Yeah.
Live Key Vision Films sent a super chat. Thank you so much, man. I say, as long as you're not hurting anyone or yourself, then do whatever you want. and make you happy because life is too damn short.
100%.
That is very true. And yeah, thank you so much, man, for the super chats. You also got Gus saying, "Hail to the king, Kenny Levels." Thank you. I think I'm going to change my name to Kenny Levels at some point.
You could do that.
But yeah, thank you so much. Again, you all don't have to donate, do the super chats, but if you do, I'll definitely make sure I read those. But getting into the next topic that I've got quite a few starting points. So I want to go all the way back to the beginning, just get into the mindset and how you all started collecting, and why do we collect in general? So with this, why did we start and why do we continue to collect? Where was the starting point and what drives you to continue, Tim?
All right, so I started basically with my own money. I started when I first got my job at 16 years old, working at Long John Silver's. I had zero responsibilities, zero bills. I liked movies, and I was looking for a way to blow my check. That's basically all it was. So I would go out, I bought a bunch of movies, bought some video games. That's all I did. That continued on for a little bit of time. Collection kept growing and growing. I hit a point where dumbass me was like, you know what, digital is pretty cool, and I sold a bunch of stuff and kind of went digital.
The same thing, 2016.
And then we hit a point where we were so flat broke. The internet bill was too much money for us. Like we were completely broke, hot dogs and ramen type broke. And what we did was we didn't have much of a collection at that point. We utilized the library, rented physical movies. After that, when we started getting better again, money-wise, started building the collection back up. And it just continued and snowballed from there because that trigger went off in my head like, hey, without internet, you can't do anything. But I don't need internet for these discs behind me. You know what I mean? So that was a big turning point for me, having no internet for it was like 6 or 8 months.
Yeah, I lost internet the other night right before we did that live stream. My daughter wanted to watch something. I went down here and grabbed Coraline off the shelf because she likes that movie. I was like, I've got it on disc. So definitely comes through sometimes. That library blew my mind a few years ago when I went to it. I had no idea they had like new movies. I always thought the library, like if I went to it, they would still have like VHS tapes or something. But I went there and they had like Blu-rays that were like brand new, just came out that week on the shelves. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, my local one makes sure they get every single Criterion title. So they have like almost the whole Criterion collection. And I honest to God, I'm not even joking. It's probably 20,000 plus movies in the room. Like it's this side room.
Wow.
And it's filled floor to ceiling. It's mostly like 70% DVD, but there's still thousands of Blu-ray there too.
Yeah.
Nice.
So if you're ever thinking about getting rid of some of your stuff, you could always take it to the library. I guess they would take it as a donation.
I'll take my Dollar Tree titles over there. For sure. Jim Powers, $1.99. Thank you so much, sir. He says Tim's haircut is fantastic. It is good. It's a nice haircut.
Thank you.
It is a nice haircut. I do like that. So Tony, why do you collect, man? How long you been doing this, first of all?
So since the 80s. I was in high school in the 80s. I was always, even growing up as a kid, always going to the movie theater, always going to the drive-in with my parents. So always been going to the movies. But in the 80s was when the VHS craze started. I worked in a video rental store called Video Country down here in Georgia. But I've always loved movies. And I remember me and my twin brother, Tim, we bought our first VCR. We had to put our money together to buy it because those things were expensive back then. And I just remember wanting to get all the movies that we saw in the movie theater. But I've got a huge VHS collection too that you don't see in this room. It's all in the garage and totes. But
how large have you ever gotten rid of any of your VHS tapes?
Oh yeah, there's a lot that I got rid of from yard sales and stuff back when my kids were little. Mostly
trying to make a little extra cash.
Exactly. Mostly upgrade. It was kids' movies and different things. Most of the kids' movies is what I sold. But
how large did it get through the 90s?
Really large.
What was like the
if you think this right here is an obsession, you can just imagine what the VHS was.
Yeah, I almost wish that you would have kept it all so you could like recreate a room one day,
Oh,
maybe do like a
I've got
90s
enough. I've got
episode.
enough to recreate. I've got enough to fill up this wall right here with VHS tapes.
Do you? That's awesome.
Well, I do, but I can't do that because I got to keep this stuff out.
I know. I just wish. I don't know if you got another spare room or something. You got to set up a couple shelves. You just need to do like a, maybe you could like dress up like you did back in the 90s or something.
Oh,
like
yeah.
a Tony back in time.
Grow my hair back because I had a lot of hair back then.
Nice. I love to see it. You could put a wig on or something.
Yeah.
So you've been collecting through the 80s, and what got you into it? Was it just the love of movies?
Yeah.
That got you in?
Yeah, the love of movies and wanting to have the movies that I enjoyed seeing in the theater in the collection. And VHS tapes back then were like $32, so they were expensive to buy. And that's probably why I hold on to so much. I rarely sell anything other than duplicates and things because I hate letting things go. I like keeping them. Even with the VHS tapes being in the totes. A lot of my VHS tapes are still sealed up too.
How hard was it back then to see a movie in theaters and have to wait a year and a half for it to come out on VHS? So it was a lot different back then.
Yeah, it was a lot different.
Or is it just something you were used to and you just?
But they did start, early 90s. They really started pushing the VHS tapes to where they were just mass produced, and you didn't have to wait too long for them to come out. Almost like it is now with DVDs and Blu-rays. Not like it is right now, because right now they turn the movie over to Blu-ray pretty quickly.
Yeah,
even while it's still in the theater, it's already been released.
Yeah, the rollouts these days are weird.
Controversial opinion. I don't like the super short window. There's no enthusiasm if I just saw the movie in theater and it's already coming to disc. It's I don't know, that I kind of miss those old days of 9 months, 12 months. It's like
something.
Yeah, anticipating it to come, and now it's just, it comes out right away. It's like,
it does.
Where's the anticipation now?
Yeah, kind of weird, that whole marketing scheme. Plan, as far as whenever I open up one, all I'm really after now is just to see the special features, because I've already seen the movie just 3 weeks ago in the theater.
Yeah. I did the same thing for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness when I got it. I watched maybe 30 minutes of the movie, but then I just watched all the special features and put it back on the shelf. But Brian said, here's how I justify it though, Brian, because he says $20 a rip-off, but it's like if you go to the theater and watch a new movie, you're going to spend like $70-80. So I was like, if I'm at home and it's a brand new movie, I'll pay $20. And I rented the Black Phone for $20 just a couple of weeks ago because I wanted to watch it, and the wife and I couldn't make it out to the theater. So I was like, I'll get it for $20, make some snacks. And
the Black Phone, that's a good example, because that was just,
and then it just came out on Blu-ray, and I was pissed because I was like, I would have waited for, if I know it's just going to come out in 3 weeks, but I should have known. That was my fault. That was my fault. Let's see, Jason Dominguez, $5 super chat. Thanks so much, man. He says, have any of you guys seen The Swarm 1978? It's a Warner Archive Blu-ray.
I have it. I bought it in one of the past sales. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I love Warner Archive sales.
I do too. They just had the sale. Did you participate in the sale?
Yeah, I didn't get titles.
Yeah.
Is it already over?
Yeah, it was only like 4 days.
Yeah.
Damn. So yeah. Let's see. Where were we? So yeah, it's just what drives you to continue to collect, Tony, these days?
Well, I'm already to the point to where there's no turning back. So I'm not getting rid of anything. So if I'm not going to get rid of anything, why not just keep buying it? Right?
We're going to get into more of it a little bit later. I got other topics that'll address it. But,
in 7 years, I'll be 60 years old. I'll be able to retire in 7 years, and this will be my life, just sitting down watching TV. I'll get real big, and
that's what I want.
I'll get big and plump.
I thought you meant you were going to start lifting.
Oh, well, who knows? 7 years is a long time.
Hell yeah, man. You're going to be like Stallone by the time you're 70. All right. So the next topic is collecting justification. So how do we justify such a large collection? How do you all, and I'm talking about to ourselves,
Mhm.
obviously there's other people that hold us accountable as well, but how do you justify it to yourself? How do you explain it or excuse, your purchases? Do we have a problem? Does that ever cross your mind? Am I a hoarder? Do I need to seek help for this addiction that I have? Does those thoughts ever cross your all's mind, Tim?
Mhm.
Not really. No, I don't really think of it as a problem. Like I said, it makes me happy. So I don't really need to justify it more than it makes me happy.
Yeah.
I know it's blowing money. I know sometimes I'll buy a title for $20 and a week later it's 10. It doesn't really bug me that much. It makes me happy. That's really the
Yeah.
end goal. We have one life and it's not long, so I want to die with $1 in my bank account with a ton of movies. So yeah,
It's fair to say. That's fair to say. Tony, you acted like sometimes you'll have that internal struggle.
Oh
Would
yeah,
you say that?
every single time. I justify everything that I do. I'll spend my Saturday morning. I'll spend 2 hours price checking every single title that I've got within the return window, which is quite a bit because I do get a lot every week. To where I'm trying to find the cheaper price, and I'll run to Target. I'll go get me a price adjustment. I'll go to Best Buy. I'm constantly doing those things. I'm always on the Best Buy chat window trying to get a price adjustment for something that just went on sale for $3 less. Those
Trying to drive those costs down.
exactly. And I'm always justifying trying to figure out a way of getting the cheapest price. But in my mind, a lot of people get on to me about buying multiple copies of a movie because it has a different slipcover, or getting the Steelbook and getting the slip edition. At this point in my life, I can afford to do those things, and that's the reason why I do it. I don't have to justify that. To me, like people have said, it's my money, so I'm going to buy what I want to buy. I'm not spending it on anything else, so I don't have to justify that. But I'm always looking for the best price.
Beams brings up a good point. Beams Lawn and Landscape. Go check him out if you need your lawn and landscape done.
Yeah.
But he says the way he justifies it, this is kind of what I was, I guess, trying to get to, is that, I don't smoke, drink, or party, so I take that money and I buy movies.
Yeah,
and that's kind of...
I don't do any of that either.
That's kind of, you both strike me as, straight edge type of guys. You don't, remove that. I don't think of you as I'm out at the casino drinking and partying and blowing $600 on the slot machines or whatever.
Yeah.
You all seem like, besides your, Blu-ray buying, seem like you all blow money on a lot of other types of stuff.
I don't have any money to blow.
Yeah. People have lots of vices, some people are addicted to going to the track and gambling or going to the boats. And, I hear people all the time talking about how they went out over the weekend and, wasted $300-400 at the bar, just like buying drinks and stuff. It's like, we're not doing that type of stuff. So that's how I justified it to my wife. I was like, I could, be out drinking. I could be buying, I could be smoking. Like, how expensive is smoking right now? Like buying a carton of cigarettes is like, I don't know, $50 or $60.
Is it?
I don't have any other vices. I don't have any other addictions. My only addiction and thing that I spend money on is the movies.
So actually, I will say one thing I do struggle with, but it's still all movies. But as you guys know, I have several hobbies other than actual movies. My statue collecting, poster collecting, vinyl. So the money has to get juggled between all those. They still kind of correlate to movies, like the soundtracks and all that. But
it's collecting. Yeah, I would still put it in the same category.
But it's kind of a juggling sometimes of like, there's X amount of money to spend. There's this nice record coming out, and Mondo's dropping this poster, and these are the movies coming out for the week. So sometimes I do have that kind of internal struggle on like, which way is the money getting allocated? You know what I mean? If all my money was hardcore into just one of those aspects, oh my gosh. But I'm separating it across all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And something similar with me is the fact that I've always been a collector. I've always collected something my whole life. If it be toys or VHS tapes or Funko Pops. If you would have seen this room 2-3 years ago, it was covered in Funko Pops. Well, I got sick of the Funko Pops because there were just too many being produced, and I couldn't keep up with it. And my kind of collecting, I always feel like I got to have everything. So I was able to sell all my Funko Pops for $7,500, which is a lot of money. And I was able to pay all my debt off, my credit card debt and all that stuff. So to me, that helped me justify the fact that I don't have credit card debt. I don't, this is my life. This is what I'm buying. So it made me feel good to know that I got rid of all the Funko Pops, that I don't have to worry about collecting pops and movies and vinyl and statues and posters. I just focus on the one thing now, not that Tim shouldn't do what he loves to do. Because to me, I wish I had the space to put figures and posters because they look wonderful. But my main thing right now is just trying to find a place to put all the movies.
Yeah. You did bring up the credit card, which is something else I want to touch on money wise. So 99% of my collection, probably like 99.9, is done not on credit at all. I don't really believe in the idea of like, this is all just, none of this really matters to the point of making yourself broke over. That I don't put this stuff on credit cards. Like, this is all actual cash we have. So yeah, I do not believe in doing credit card. Now I do believe
and again, that's another thing that will afford you to spend more money down the line because you're not paying extra money on interest for that credit card.
Oh yeah.
And I'm also somebody that doesn't believe in getting myself in an extraordinarily large amount of credit card debt. And I've always been that way.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. I do utilize pay in 4 and stuff a lot, but those are interest free, so I can justify those in my mind. So I do utilize those. It is kind of nice sometimes. Like, you're placing a $200 order, paying $50 bi-weekly doesn't feel as bad. You're still paying the full amount of money, but it doesn't feel as bad. So I do utilize pay in 4, but credit cards, no.
Yep. Well, that makes sense. Well, I mean, that's kind of what I was going to get into next. And, just how do you all go about budgeting and how do you all, afford to spend, so much on this stuff? And I think it's important when you're explaining this to also explain like what's everybody we all come from different walks of life. We all have different situations. We all have different circumstances. Not everybody's the same in terms of where they're at, both in their like personal, professional life, where they're at and, how much money they make, and everybody's different. So if you all don't mind just kind of explaining just how do you afford stuff and just kind of your personal setup to how you're able to buy so much at this point in time.
Okay. So I've mentioned it before. I'm privileged in the fact that, I'm not privileged that I don't have children. I do want children, but I do not have any right now. I have a decent sized house. My friends needed a place to live. They didn't have a place. So I told them, why don't you move into here? We have plenty of room. And we've been that way for a few years now. And it's actually worked out really well because they cover all of the food. So I personally have no food bill. They cover a couple of other key bills. I cover mortgage and my car payment and stuff like that. But them being here helps give me a little bit more free money. It gives them more free money. And we all kind of have the same interest too. So they'll buy me movies sometimes. I'll buy them stuff. It just having 4 working adults in the house. I'm privileged that it allows me to buy, frivolous things like statues and figures and movies. It works out well.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the way it is for you now. It might not always be that way.
Right.
But while it is that way for you now, take advantage of it and buy what makes you happy and stuff while you can.
Yeah.
But Tony.
Yeah. So mine's a little bit of a different situation. Like I said, I've got grown kids, but when the kids were young, we were just paycheck to paycheck people. I didn't get to buy all this kind of stuff. So like I said, as they got older and more independent,
You still collected though. You still buy VHSs.
Oh,
it was
did.
just, you know,
Very,
buying the
very
latest
little.
release at Walmart or whatever.
Exactly, because I had
You weren't
other
buying 3 copies of the same movie.
Yeah, but I've been very fortunate to be at my same job for 25 years. The job I had before that was a 15-year job. I've been working since I was 15. Plus, my wife, she works full time, so it's 2 incomes in the house.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely helps.
yeah, it helps, and just I don't budget. If I see something I want, I just buy it. Like Brian Goes Blue mentioned in the chat. You know, if you do use credit cards, you do get cash back benefits from that as long as you pay the credit cards off each month. And so there's been many times where I've been to Target and ran my Target card because Target gives you some cash back.
Yeah, I have a Target card too that I pay off.
You just pay it off every month.
Yeah.
And same way with the Best Buy card. You know, I do use that, but I'm very organized. I keep everything charted. I'm always after the best deal, so I'm always going after some kind of price break or discount, all those things. But yeah, there's no budget involved. It's just, you know, if I see it, I like it, I want to buy it. Same way with the Zavvi UK website. You know, you don't pay for those items until they get ready to ship. So you can pre-order to your heart's content if you want to put it on a credit card. And then when it comes time for them to ship it, they'll charge you for it. And then that's a good way of just being able to buy. I do a lot of Steelbook shopping from Zavvi, just for those reasons. It's just whatever you can come up with to be able to get what you want to get.
Yeah. And Lackey Visions, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, people talk about me having so many movies or whatnot. I just tell them that at least I'm not spending it on hooker and blow. That usually ends the combo. I would say so. And my killer podcast is, you know, hashtag, you know, strippers. Strippers need to make money too. Okay. So no stripper, no dip as well for Mel. But yeah, me, just getting into my, you know, person. Obviously, I don't spend as much money as Tim and Tony probably, but I do spend a considerable, a larger amount than I used to on this stuff, because back in, you know, Tony's got kids that are grown. Tim doesn't have kids yet. I do have 2 kids right now. I'm kind of in the thick of the kids and all that stuff. So a few years ago when we had our daughter, my wife decided, you know, we decided for her to be a stay-at-home mom. So she was a stay-at-home mom for about 3 or 4 years. So things were very tight around here for about 3 or 4 years. And I had some of my old DVDs from when I was, you know, younger and was able to buy them. I think I had like 200 or 300 DVDs, and I probably had 15 Blu-rays. And I maybe got a few new Blu-rays or something on like my birthday or Christmas. But outside of that, like I rarely was able to buy anything extra for myself. And then flash forward a few years later, and this happened around the same time I started collecting a lot more. I got a new job, got better pay. My wife went back to work. And things, I don't know, they just seem to get a little bit easier. You just become smarter about how you spend your money, I think, when you become a little bit older, and you're just able to manage things more, I guess. And I just feel like the past few years I've been able to, you know, buy a lot more than I was able to before.
Yeah. You can afford to get those $20 movies off the TV.
I can afford to get the $20 movies off the TV as well. But yeah, everybody has a different situation, and, you know, not everybody's the same. And, you know, I think it would do people well and give them a better peace of mind if they just knew that.
Yeah. I need to get 2 grown people to move in with me to help pay my. Yeah, that's a good idea. You know, I got 2 grown kids. They don't pay anything. Maybe I should tighten.
When my wife kicks me out of the house for my next monthly audit, which is probable, I'll come down there and live with you, Tony.
All she has to do is
Tim come down too.
All she has to do is watch the end of the month video, and she can calculate what you spent. People do that on my videos. You know, I'll go over everything I bought. They're adding it up, and they're telling me how much I spent and why did I spend so much.
Oh my gosh!
Like it's any other business.
Every month.
But again, I say like it's any other business, but you're also the one on YouTube, and you're putting it out there for everybody. So
yeah,
I guess it is. You're making it their business, but it's just like the people really have to be, you know, that big of a dick about it. I do want you to do a Blu-ray, you know, haul with your wife. I want to see what that looks like.
With my
but that could be very dangerous with your wife.
Oh, she would. Believe me, I've asked her and asked her and asked her. She will not. Another thing, you saying that about people can edit what I spend. All of my Steelbook unwrappings that I do, I always put the price that I spent on it, and I'm just honest with what I spent. Most of those from the UK are like $40, $50. People give me crap about that. Why did you spend $50 on? Well, that's the only way I could get the Steelbook. What do you expect?
You think somebody has like a whiteboard chart in their house and they're just tracking Tony and his purchases?
When they get in the bed with me and start talking movies, maybe that's what they're going to talk about.
What I spend on Steelbooks, I think, is one of my worst vices with the movies, because I'm not the slip guy. I'm not buying old slips that are expensive. But Steelbooks, man, Mercari is kind of like a drug. I'm on Mercari constantly. And, you run across this older Steelbook, and it's so easy to just click buy. So, I'll buy $60, $70, $80 Steelbooks pretty regularly.
Yeah. For sure. So another thing I wanted to get into, I got a lot of topics to get into. Collection management. How do you manage, or how do we manage such a collection? Running out of space? Do we ever sell or get rid of anything? How do we make room, Tim? How do you make room for all those statues and books and posters that you get all the time?
He's always rearranging.
Well, that's just so. Apparently, anyone that's followed my channel, this is the third room that the movie room has been located in, because I keep upsizing it. It's right now in literally the largest room in the house, which still isn't particularly large. This house is from like 1910, which they just believed in tiny box rooms back then. But that's all I could do is just keep shifting rooms. I feel like the way I concept the space fits the most, but I don't do duplicates on, if I'm like iffy on the movie. Like if I buy the 4K, I'll get rid of the regular Blu-ray. I don't need to still keep that. Only if it's like a favorite of mine, I'll keep both. But yeah, I'll get rid of that stuff. So if I buy the Steelbook 4K and I had to slip 4K, the slip 4K goes. Stuff like that clears up a little bit of space.
Yeah.
Okay. Tony.
So yeah, space is definitely a big issue at my house. Everything that I have is downstairs. There's nothing movie-wise upstairs, but this is one of two rooms. So the other room on that side is the theater room with a coffee table that is got stacks of movies on it. It's a glass coffee table, so I have to keep it going around the edge of the coffee table where the wood is, because I'm afraid to set it on the glass. That's how much stuff is stacked back there. But I do sell on eBay. I've always got stuff on eBay because I do buy duplicates. So with Steelbooks, I'm really OCD about getting a Steelbook with a spine slash, because it's happened so many times that whenever I order Steelbooks, I usually order 2. If it's one that I really, really want, I'll order 4. And so I'm always either helping someone out that didn't get the Steelbook, or I'm selling it on eBay for the price. I started off with the price that I pay. I'm not trying to scalp anybody. So I'm always selling and buying. I've got stacks of stuff that I want to sell that won't sell.
That's interesting. I didn't know you sold a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I do.
I hardly actually sell. Like I'll do trade-ins to certain stores, or I'll just flat out give them to certain people. Like I have a box of stuff that I'm going to be sending to John at Plattix too. But for some reason that I take forever to get to the post office, like forever. And
I do too.
Concept of
I actually got in trouble with that the other day. I was supposed to send somebody something and I didn't get around to it.
So when I'm sending someone something for free, I don't feel like I'm as like, I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm sending it for free. I don't need it anymore. I want this fellow collector to have it, but I don't feel like the rush. But if someone pays me money, I'm under the obligation to get my ass to the post office, and I'm very bad at it. So that's one of the reasons I don't like to dive into. I would rather give someone the title than them pay me $10 because me giving it allows me to just do it at my own pace. Versus
I'm the exact same way, because I'll have people hit me up and be like, I want that. Are you willing to sell it? Because I'll mention, giving something up out of the collection. I don't want this anymore.
And I'm the opposite. I try to sell everything that I can sell just because it goes toward the collection. And I'm OCD about being organized. And if someone buys something from me, it's going to be the best packaging they've ever had. And it's going to be at the post office first thing in the morning. So I'm real detailed about how I take care of people that purchase things from me.
And do you think that comes from you just been like Tony is probably one of the most experienced collectors out there, I would say.
Well,
you've been doing this for so long, you just know exactly when to get rid of something, how to get rid of it.
Yeah.
You're just so organized
and I hold on to things. I hold on to things where they actually get some more value later on, but not that I'm trying to get something over on somebody else. If a collector wanted something, then they're going to get it for the reasonable price. There are people.
You didn't sell your Return of the Living Dead with a slipcover.
Do what?
You didn't sell your Return of the Living Dead with a slipcover for $150.
No, I'm keeping that.
Are you? Yeah. It's nice artwork.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. I've got so much in my collection that would probably sell for a lot of money that I cannot let go of because I want it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's a constant struggle. I'm not really to the point where I'm running out of room, but I just always need to purchase new shelves and stuff like that, because I'd still consider myself in the origin stage of big time collecting. So I'm still buying new shelves.
It all goes to the ceiling.
Yeah.
All those shelves are packed to the ceiling, and not just this room, but the other room. And it goes all the way over there. So I want to get rid of those 3 posters and build more shelves, but
no.
I like the posters.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a part of your setup too.
Yeah. Posters bring I don't know. I could go even higher shelving wise in the room, but I run into that I don't want to sacrifice some of the wall space because I really enjoy looking at my posters. I'd say the poster collecting is literally second in line to the movies. So I don't want to sacrifice that wall space. I could fit way more in here though if I did, but I don't want to.
Yeah. Yeah, we've already got some takers in the chat, Tony, for moving in with you.
Oh, okay.
So you're all set. Just reach out to Tony, message him on Instagram.
Yeah. Stalk me, find out where I live.
Subscribe to his new ASMR in bed YouTube collecting channel.
We'll read the back of these Blu-ray slip covers.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. All right, so the next thing is the end goal. What's the end goal to collecting? Do we ever see ourselves, stopping collecting, slowing down, to take an even more morbid turn? Where's the collection going when we die?
When I die?
When you die, where's the collection going? No, we got dark. We're getting dark really fast.
Yeah.
I don't think you were prepared for this. Well, we don't have to dive into that yet. What's the end goal here? And we kind of talked about this in the opening.
Well, but like I said, mine is completely. I'm okay stopping collecting when I hit retirement, and I'll have however many thousands of movies to watch at that point. That's my end goal. Get to retirement and have a massive collection to watch. So that's the point. I'm okay stopping collecting is retirement.
So you won't buy any new movies when you retire?
I mean, it would depend how much the little bit of money I have gets me by. If I could afford a movie here and there, but I mean, the collecting as it is now, no, it would end.
So at this point, you're treating collecting as basically storing nuts for the winter. You're
there. You go.
I'm you're saving up for the big hibernation. But Tony, is there any end in sight, man? Like you said, you're too deep. You're in too deep.
Too deep.
Some would say you're in over your head.
Yeah.
But Is there any stopping? What would make Tony stop collecting? I guess what I want to know. Is there anything that you could see make you stop collecting in the next 5-10 years?
Nothing that I can see other than retirement. Maybe I might want to do other things. I'm a big outdoors person. I do like to hike trails, and I've told my wife I wanted to do the Appalachian Trail whenever we retired. So maybe that might be something. But right now, I'm just going to keep collecting until I don't want to do it any longer, which I don't see that happening. But I told my kids and my wife, whenever I do die, that they need to, they need to know what to sell this stuff for and who to sell it to. They need to know who to sell it to, because I know a lot of people have asked me about wanting some of this stuff.
Sell it to your good friend Ken over Mid-Level Media for
just have an open house.
$1,000.
Get what they want to get, right?
Yeah.
Charging an admission price for someone to come in and fill a bag up or whatever.
Yeah. I imagine all of us when, to be completely honest, you'll probably live longer than me, even though you're, 17, 18 years older than me. I just feel like you take care of yourself much better.
I'm only 83. I live a pretty good life.
You're 53. Because you said 7 years to 60.
Just picture this.
I'll honestly probably go before you. But anyway, I was just going to say, I imagine us all, all of us physical media YouTubers kind of standing at Tony's backyard, like the funeral scene in Endgame with Iron Man when he goes.
I was thinking
camera pans by all the movies and us as we're standing there.
It's the future. Some young physical media collector is collecting all this retro stuff, and they show up to Tony's estate sale, and all the movies are there for like $1 or $2. They have a YouTube channel. They're filming a video. Like, look at all this amazing finds. This is out of print. This is out of print. Oh my gosh! Can you imagine
all the VHS tapes?
Yeah.
What a legacy to leave behind. Legacy of movies. So no end in sight. No end game.
No, not for me.
Just full steam ahead. Full steam ahead. Okay. Yeah, I just I've said this numerous times. I just want to keep going until I'm encased in Blu-rays. I just want them all around me, all the movies. And just, I don't really feel any need or reason to stop anytime soon.
I guess when it's not fun anymore,
Yeah, sure, when it's not fun.
Yeah.
But you're in the thick of things, you're collecting, you're having fun watching the movies, you're having fun with your interactions, with fellow collectors and stuff online. And
the community.
We'll get into that a little bit later because I have a separate topic on that. But yeah, it's fun and I enjoy doing it. So I don't see myself. Sure, at some point, maybe I'll get other interests. I've done that several times throughout my life. I used to be huge into video games. And all I collected or bought was video games. I would buy the occasional movie that I enjoyed in theaters, but I was huge into playing like Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 and Wii and stuff like that. But still collected physical media, just a different kind of physical media.
Yeah, I got a big collection of Nintendo games and Sega Genesis.
Wow.
Games.
And I bet they're all in the box.
With the
every single one of them.
As soon as my kids got the game, they got the game. I got the box and I got the inside stuff. So
I wish you were my dad.
It's meticulous. everything's stored.
I wish somebody would have done that for me.
Really, people would probably want to just come through my garage and take a look at all the stuff that I do have, because I've always been a collector and I've always been kind of like a hoarder, but an organized hoarder. Yeah.
The game market is crazy too. Some of those games in your garage then are probably worth more than any of your movies. You know what I mean? The high-end games are worth more than some of the high-end movies. Like it's insane. There's games that reach $800-900. It's madness.
Yeah, I need to get those out and do a video or something.
Do you have 64 games? Nintendo 64?
Mm-hmm.
Did your kids play that?
Oh yeah,
I think those go for big money right now.
Yeah, so my kids were born in 92 and 95. So we have all the Super Nintendo games. We have Sega Genesis games, Nintendo 64. What else was there? GameCube games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which weren't the best because they were the little discs.
But that was weird. I never bought a GameCube.
That's a hot market though, for resale and picking up. GameCube games is a big market.
Yeah, I played some GameCube games on the Wii when I got one because they had the little, you could put them in the Wii and you could play them if you got the controller adapter for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Tim. I know you buy some duplicates. I do too, but this is more, I guess, pertaining to Tony. But I'll definitely get your thoughts on it as well. But the next thing I want to talk about is buying duplicates. What's the thought process behind buying multiple copies of the same movie? Why buy 5 copies of the same movie at once? Are the collector's editions now really worth the cost and the extra trouble? I'll start with Tim while Tony's formulating his thoughts.
I mean, the duplicates that I keep, like I said, I sell off the ones of movies that I'm but the duplicates of movies I love, I'm all good wasting the space, keeping them. Like Jurassic Park, I'll continue to just keep buying copies of that. I'm okay with it. I already had that 4K set. I rebought the slip ones when they came out just because it's Jurassic Park. Same thing will go for Evil Dead and a bunch of other ones. So I'm all for buying duplicates, but it has to be movies that I really love to keep the duplicates in the collection.
Yeah. So Tony, the duplicates, the 5 copies of Morbius that you had.
Yeah, no. So honestly, it doesn't happen very often that, if it's a big, which Morbius wasn't a big release, but I guess they thought it was going to be a big release, so they had multiple copies of that. But it doesn't happen often. It's really just stuff like Tim said with Jurassic Park, Marvel movies.
It's the Marvel and the Disney stuff.
Yeah,
and that's really the only movies that will have all those multiple editions.
And so if, like today, we got the 4K of Jurassic World Dominion, and we had the Blu-ray release. It had the exact same artwork, so I just got the 4K release. If the Blu-ray would have had different artwork on it, I would have got the Blu-ray release also, because I like to have the different variants. Yeah. It's not that I want to have the same movie in the collection over and over and over again. It's just a different edition of that movie. And back when I was during my early collecting, I wasn't able to afford to buy multiples of those. And I always regretted not getting a certain version of something. So I thought, well, when I get old enough and I can afford to do that, then that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I do.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, for you, it's always about the movie itself, but for you, and when it comes to collecting, it's more than just the movie. And it's even if it's a movie that you're not very crazy on.
Yeah, if it's something that I'm not really crazy about, I do end up buying it. But that is the hard part. I do some really stupid things like that. Morbius, for example. I could have probably.
Those some cool covers on Morbius, though.
They were cool covers, but the movie is not my favorite.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad.
I still have yet to see it. I have to pick it up, though.
No, you don't.
No, I actually have to, because Gus donated $20 to my wife and I stream the other night and said, "Ken, buy Morbius." So
oh, God.
If somebody's going to donate to me, I have to get it. So I am going to get it at some point. But the bad part about it is it went back up in price. It was 21, and I was going to jump on it, and then it jumped up to like 25.
Oh, man. That's
so I was like, I can't do it at 25. I'm going to wait till it goes back down.
Black Friday.
Yeah, that has Black Friday written all over it. But 5 copies, same movie. We explained the thought process. I also wanted to get into you, Tony. Is you're a very fascinating collector because you've been doing this for such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And you just seem to have an unwavering, desire to keep buying all of these editions and exclusives. And it's like nothing phases you. You're like the Terminator. Even if there's problems, like everybody's complaining about stuff, disc replacement programs, pre-order problems, how do you maintain that drive through all of these issues? And I've only been doing this like hardcore for like 5 or 6 years. I'm sure these issues have always existed.
Mm-hmm.
How have you gotten yourself through that to get to this point and just still maintain the drive and passion for it that you do?
I think being a part of this kind of community.
There's a lot of people out there. It's just like, I'm done with this. I'm done with that. I don't want to collect anymore. I'm not buying from this person. I'm not buying from them. I'm not buying this movie. But you're just like nothing phases you. It seems
I think it's participating with the community like we do. I think having your own YouTube channel and wanting to showcase what's out there helps the drive to, I think if I wasn't doing a YouTube channel and wasn't showing my collection as much as I do, I probably wouldn't buy as much as what I buy. But trying to get fresh content out there and trying to, you see Tim buy something, it makes you want to get it. You see Ken buy something, it makes you want to get it. I think that really drives a lot of the collecting.
Well, let's be honest. I don't ever buy anything you don't already have in the collection.
There's things that
I'm a very basic collector.
There's a lot of times where Tim will be on someone's live stream and I'll see where he shows a certain thing. I think, man, I didn't even know that existed. And I'll go to eBay or I'll go to Amazon and I'll try to find that. And then I'll get it and I'll watch it and I'll love the movie. I would have never known about it. And that's kind of like with that film Detective title.
That The Captive.
He recommended. Yeah. He showed it. I thought, man, I want to try that out. And I bought it. It was cheap. And I enjoyed the movie. So I think it's just getting recommendations from the community. I think that's what really drives my passion for wanting to collect is the interactions with people. 3-4 years ago, I didn't have this. I didn't have people to talk to about movies.
Yeah.
My family could care less about it, because if they cared about it, I probably wouldn't be down in the basement tonight. I'd probably be doing something else. But having the community is what really drives it for me, I think.
Yeah.
Community is amazing. But go ahead, Ken.
But I kind of feel like, in the 90s and the 2000s, how long have you been on YouTube, Tony? 8-9 years?
In September it'll be 10 years.
September.
Wow.
But weren't you were pretty driven to collect before YouTube, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, I was collecting a long time. What made
but this kind of keeps it going, I guess, today's market.
Yeah. 10 years ago, of course, I was 43 years old. And what was my first video? I was showcasing a big old Harry Potter set. So what 43-year-old person wants to show everybody in the world a Harry Potter set,
You're a trailblazer, Tony.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of
started a trend.
Yeah. Oh, no, people were doing it way before I was.
Yeah. No,
I was 43 to do it.
I think it's, it's very impressive and very admirable to keep up something for that long that you're passionate about. So I just find it very interesting that you're able to keep up that passion for as long as you can. It just shows, and I'm not trying to call anybody out or anything, but it shows that you're the real deal as far as when it comes to collecting. I mean, Tim, you as well. I'm sure you've been collecting for a very long time, but like Tony's the real deal. He's been doing this stuff since the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. Like you can't fake what you do. You're into this stuff and you are into collecting. And, you just have such a legacy about you and your collecting and your methods and stuff.
Yeah. And I don't do it. I don't do it to show off at all. I think
no, I don't think that at all. I never think that when I watch.
But there are people that think that I'm, there are people that think that I do it just to show off, and I really don't. I love collecting. Yeah,
and that shows that because I think, and Tim, you too, you all would be doing this if there was no YouTube channel or Instagram and stuff like that.
Oh, I was doing this way before both of those, but but speaking on Tony, like you could see his passion when showing the stuff. You can't fake passion. So like you're not doing it just to show off because you can't fake that. People can see right through that on screen, and you're not faking it. So I don't know why anyone would think you're just buying to show off because you're clearly not.
Yeah, I mean maybe people that just discovered your first video or something like last week, and you were unboxing 8 versions of Morbius. They're like, "What the hell is with this guy?" But when you really get to know your channel, which I encourage everybody to do. You know that you are passionate about this stuff, and you would be doing this if there was no channel. So I mean, you're the real deal as far as collecting's concerned, for sure. Gus super chat told me I have to buy Morbius now. No more say, damn it. Fine, I'll order it tonight.
That Gus is free with that money, isn't it?
I would order it off Amazon, but I'm so afraid because I want that lenticular. If I'm going to get the damn thing, I want the slip cover with it. No slip, no dip. So I've been waiting to go to Best Buy, and I haven't been able to get out there because I want to go to Best Buy and buy it from there because I'm pretty sure it probably still has a slip there. Probably still sitting on the shelves. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's see. I'm going to get into the chat here in a second, but I wanted to get to Tim, a more Tim-centric question here. And this kind of goes into your collecting of stuff outside of movies. And, you know, you collect things other than movies like statues, vinyls, etc. How do you balance that with movie collecting? Do you find that takes away from your Blu-ray 4K buying, or do you pretty much get what you want anyway? How do you prioritize things? And you kind of went into that a little bit earlier.
Yeah. So yes, that stuff does take away. I do each week. I have to pretty much pick and choose what I'm getting. I can't get everything I want, and I kind of have a system now where, for the most part, studio stuff, unless it's something I really want immediately or it's a Steelbook, I'm passing on a lot of the studio stuff right now. I'll get it down the road when it's on sale, especially if I don't care about the slip. I don't need to pay 20, 22 for it now. I'll pay 10 down the road. But balancing this stuff is kind of hard. So with vinyl and posters mainly, those things are very limited. So if something is coming up, I have to prioritize that first and foremost above most of these movies, because especially like the Mondo posters, man, they're gone like that. So that comes first and foremost, and then it's kind of divvy up the money from there. So if there's a poster, that comes first. If there's a record, that'll come second, and then the movies will come third into that, because most of the movies are pretty easy to get for the first couple of weeks at least. And then statues, I collect that stuff, but statues are such a freaking far lead time. You'll pre-order it and it's not out for 2 years. So that doesn't really play into it too much. But it's hard to juggle. It's definitely hard to juggle at times.
And not worrying about the slip cover is a big help for that kind of collecting. You know, if you don't worry about having a slip, because that's usually why I jump on it release day, because I want to get that slip cover.
Yeah.
If the movie doesn't come, I don't worry about it.
And Tim, you collect a lot of, you get the stuff you get excited for that comes out week to week is usually stuff that's not too expensive. Like
typically
the Kino Lorber stuff, Warner Archive, like that stuff's usually like $17.99.
Yeah.
Lower prices.
You
get the steel books and stuff too, but
steel books are one of the bigger things for me, but like nothing against a lot of the big stuff people be excited for, like the Argentos and stuff like that, those big box sets. I haven't dived into them really yet, so I don't pick those up. And there's some other horror movies with big box sets people get excited for, and I don't pick them up. So some of the stuff people are excited for, I pass on. And a lot of the stuff I'll get, like Warner Archives and stuff, they're not that expensive. Kino Lorber, $15.99, $17.99. They're not bad to collect. So.
And you're a big Criterion collector, and those can be expensive. But do you buy a lot of Criterions outside the sales?
Only if I'm super excited for it. That's I'd say
like
maybe I'll buy well, I bought
summertime. You got lucky with summertime, yeah.
But no, I might buy maybe 5 or 6 outside of the sale a year. Other than that, it's just to the sales.
Yeah. And you like Scream Factory? You don't usually buy everything they do, or
no. I buy whatever I like or looks really interesting. But I mean, I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of stuff Scream Factory has released that does not look even remotely good. I have no intention on having a complete Scream Factory. I just buy what interests me.
Yeah. Let me get into the chat a little bit, and then we'll get back to the topic, try to breeze through them. I don't want to keep Tony and Tim here all night. No, you guys got to get up early for work, probably. Dagma says, I guess they are running out of space to store waste, so they make plenty of toys to tell people they are collecting. The elite have it, so they are storing waste on your shelves. I don't know what that means, Dagma, but I guess. Tony brought the sex bots. Is that true?
I guess.
4K King says the sex box followed him. I think they're getting into the halfway mark of age. My best friend says we're middle-aged. I ask how many people he knows will live into their hundreds. Not many.
I don't want to live that long.
I want to live as long as I can feel good.
Yeah.
I don't want to die.
I'd still see Tony hiking mountains at 90. I think you could do that. Do you ever go out of your way to collect movies that you don't like?
I do not go out of my way to buy movies I don't like.
Nope.
Okay.
Unless it comes with a slipcover, then it could be questionable.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of Kino Lorber stuff that's coming with slips now that I have no interest in. But what do? I buy them.
Yeah, they're nice. I like those Kino slips. And you also don't collect a lot of vinegar stuff either.
No,
do you,
very
Tony?
little. Very little.
Yeah, that's a big cost. So there's something that Tony doesn't buy. He doesn't buy Vinegar Syndrome.
I've got maybe 25 to 50 Vinegar Syndrome titles.
Yeah. The video game prices make me angry. It's out of control. Yeah. I mean, the retro stuff. I mean, the newer stuff's pretty much the same price, right? That it's
newer stuff is 70 now for this generation, but the retro stuff, that market is insane.
I may have to sell my stuff. I sell some of my stuff.
Seriously, some of the games are crazy. You can fund a bunch of movies off one game.
I'll tell you, may want to hold on to it for a couple more years. Might be worth a little bit more.
You know what's crazy though? If you follow the game market though, a console might be big for a certain amount of time and then it will fade, and then the next console will become big in the prices. It was like Atari games used to be really expensive, and now they're like a dime a dozen. You can get them for cheap as heck. So strike while the iron's hot, I say.
Yeah, and I still have all the consoles too.
Yeah, consoles don't go for. I mean, they go for money, but it's the games though. Like if you had Earthbound,
before you sell them, make sure you do a collection video though.
Oh,
yeah, that would be awesome.
I want to see those. No, I haven't seen that movie. Have you all seen Monsters?
I have.
It look like a good movie.
I saw the Christina Ricci movie Monster.
Monster.
It's good.
That's an awesome second sight.
Yeah,
it's a good movie.
Cool set.
Yeah.
I wish it was 4K, but I'll take it. I wonder what the cost is. I haven't looked. Stu says that logic is bonkers, Tony.
Oh, I know it is.
Stu.
I'm not denying that.
It's not bonkers. It's what you like doing. In many cases, these rare video games aren't actually rare. They're just high demand for them. Born to be Red says I used to buy a lot of the DVD store limited exclusives. I've tried to sell those now and can't even get $10 for them. Damn. Yeah, DVD's not very valuable right now.
No, I refuse to pay over like $2 unless it's something not on Blu-ray and I really want it. Other than that, like $2 is my limit on DVD.
Yeah. My duplicates depend on how I feel about the editions in the movie. I want to get all the editions of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah.
It's good to focus on one thing.
Yeah. Brian goes, Lou says, I'll gladly buy a movie like Jurassic World Dominion, which I enjoyed for $10 on 4K Black Friday, and sell the code for $6, and I'll still probably get the slip. Bam. Then you got $4 Ultra HD.
He's not wrong.
And almost 100% of all the digital codes that I get and all these duplicates, I've got one guy that buys them all, and they're $8 a pop. So that's $8 minus every single title that I buy that has a digital code.
I'm doing things. I give them all away.
I give them all away at the monthly live streams every month. But there are some that I always forget to give away, so I'm sure I got a bunch of codes back there that
I've got
I never give away.
And I don't mind giving them away on live streams and stuff either.
Do you take all your codes out as soon as you get the title?
Yeah, because you know how many times I've had to go through every single Steelbook to find my.
Yeah, what do you do with it when it's
redeemed?
When it's redeemed,
it goes in the garbage. I don't want to sell someone.
You just throw it away. I guess that's where I'm kind of weird when it comes to collecting. I feel like it's a part of the movie and the collection. If I redeem it, I'll put it back in there, and that's burned me a few times because I thought I didn't know if I redeemed it or not.
I used to do that too, but no, I learned my lesson. They go in the garbage.
Right. If Tony says it's okay to throw them away, I'm going to start throwing them away.
But all other inserts and coupons that come with it has to stay.
All trash. What about the Arrow cards that they have in the Arrow releases? You throw those away?
No.
Okay. No, I don't mean like the collector's cards. I mean like the advertisement cards they put in there.
No, they stay.
Okay.
J card steelbooks, they go trash for me. I don't.
Do they?
Yeah.
So
what do I
you-
need a J card for?
They're all in a
honestly-
box. I got them all boxed up. But
I
I
don't-
get it. It would definitely be less stressful if I threw them away because I'm always
Like,
going through. I'm like, why do I have these?
I don't understand what I need them for. That's why I toss it. Like, so I buy Steelbooks because I love artwork, and the front artwork is great, but Steelbooks also have great back artwork.
Yeah, sometimes.
I don't want to cover it with the J card. I could put it inside the Steelbook, but I don't really. It doesn't tell me anything I can't easily find online. That I just like the clean look of a Steelbook without it. So these mean nothing to me.
Well, putting these in a bag and putting the sticker back on the packaging and having the J card on the back helps keep, to me in my mind, it helps keep it from getting as damaged as it could without the bag and without the J card. Sliding it in and out of the shelf, to me, I think would scratch it up over time.
Well, I put them all in Malco protectors.
Yeah.
My Steelbooks.
I have really thought about, I've never thought about seriously starting to bag my Blu-rays, but something about that new quote from Tony, I bag my Blu-rays and I work, or I work and bag my Blu-rays.
Yeah,
I really think I want to start bagging at least my Steelbooks and some of my boutique collections, like my Arrow videos and
Steelbooks. Steelbooks really, you can ding them and scratch them super easy. That's why those suckers go right in Malco protectors pretty much right away.
Yeah, y'all need to send me the link to those protectors.
There's one in every single video of mine. The bags.
Is it an affiliate link?
Yes, just an Amazon affiliate link.
Okay.
You know how much money I get off of that? Squat.
I tried to start an affiliate link like a year and a half ago, and I never got 1 cent. And I was like, I know for a fact people were using it because they were messaging me and saying, I use your link. And it's like, I would get nothing.
Thank you. Right?
Yeah.
But
so I just stopped linking it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll link stuff, but it's not an affiliate link.
I had an affiliate link for the Disney Movie Club on my all my Disney videos, and I had like 50 free movies from the Disney Movie Club because people kept on using those links, and those were some of my most popular videos. That the Disney Movie Club canceled my membership because they thought I was doing something illegal. All I was doing is drawing traffic.
Wow.
Your subscribers.
That's one of your biggest videos, isn't it? That Disney Movie Club. Didn't you get? Don't you have one that's like 300,000 or something?
Exactly, and I've got a lifetime ban from the Disney Movie Club because they thought I was doing something wrong. All I was doing is driving them traffic, and
fucking
people
mouse,
were doing
man. Telling you.
So lifetime ban from Disney Movie Club.
Another thing I wanted to ask you, Tony, about the duplicates. Do you? Because I've bought some duplicates in the past, like Marvels and Star Wars. Do you? So obviously you pick one to open up and watch. Do you open them all up, or do you leave the ones that you don't watch sealed? And how do you decide which one that you're opening? Is it the same? Do you always open the Target? Do you always open the slipcover? Do you always open the Steelbook? Which one is it?
I don't open any Target editions. So all the Target editions are sealed.
That's how I used to be. I always open the Steelbooks and not the Target edition.
And since I unwrap all the Steelbooks on my channel every week, those are the ones that usually just stay open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they go into a bag with the labels and it looks like it's still brand new.
Now, when I started doing unboxing videos, now I unbox the Targets and stuff. But back in the day, I was just showing the stuff off on Instagram. I didn't have a YouTube channel, so all those are still sealed.
Sealed is because those do not fit in bags very easily.
Yeah.
So speaking on the opening stuff, I tend to do a lot of things that are very controversial with collectors. But like a lot of collectors will buy like these Manta Labs and Nova. I'm sure, Tony, you probably have several of these things. Mm-hmm. But I already have 7, and this is the same exact Blu-ray as the one I have on the shelf. But there's something about like I want to open it and like I know what the Steelbook looks like, but I want to physically like hold it and look at it. So I bought this sealed and opened it. But I know a lot of people keep these things sealed.
You'd be surprised at how much of those things can be damaged even inside those slip boxes.
Oh, I imagine, yeah. I've always been like an out of box collector, I guess you'd call it. Like all of my collectibles, and I open everything. I've always been an out of the box type person.
Yeah.
Let's see. That horror dude said, Tony, did you buy multiple copies of A Wrinkle in Time trilogy? Or
it's one of my most hated movies.
Do you not like that movie? I didn't know that about you.
I saw it in the theater, which I almost walked out of because I hated it so badly.
Wow.
Oh God, I never watched it. Was
I
it really
bought
that
the
bad?
Blu-ray, I bought the 4K, I bought the Steelbook, and there may have been a digibook involved. I don't remember.
I mean, it's Disney though. You had to, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, there's no turning back. You done bought all the other Disneys. You might as well.
Yeah. Hot garbage.
Oh, God damn, I never seen it. Well, that's not. Yeah, I probably won't
To
watch
me,
it.
it
man.
was. Y'all might love it.
It didn't look like a movie I would love, maybe tolerate for an hour and a half, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. I currently have 12 different copies of E.T. the Extraterrestrial across various formats. I mean, I'm a huge E.T. fan, but I still only have 2 copies. But I will have a third soon.
Yeah,
I
that
saw that
is
Steelbook
good.
today.
I like that
oh,
orange. That
Yeah, that's gonna be mine.
Yeah.
I feel like almost every ET version is blue or something, so it feels like a different like change of pace. I don't know. Thoughts on the Limey getting a 4K Steelbook with the slipcover release on November 10th? I've never seen the Limey. Is that a good
movies
movie?
I've never heard of it.
I've never seen it. It's first time to the format, which is great. But also, again, artwork guy. The artwork is done by artist Greg Ruth. He's done a bunch of Criterion covers, but he also does a bunch of Mondo posters. I have a bunch of his stuff. One of my favorite artists. I really wish studios did a better job at promoting the artists too. But I love his art, so I am all over that Steelbook right away.
I consciously try to mention the artists on some of these covers in my videos when I do reviews now, but I still miss it every now and then. But I try to call that out because
the studios don't make it very easy on you. They'll do a lot of promoting.
Screen Factory does a good job of putting it right on the back, but not everybody does that.
I like it when they do that.
Yeah, I'll give them credit for that. But yeah, I'm looking for it. It's a Lionsgate Steelbook. I'll buy every one of them. I don't care. Mika says, I try to only do duplicates for franchises I love. I won't buy a film if I haven't seen it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
Mika has had some really, you don't know how many times I've done a screenshot.
But Mika, just like watching her Instagram account, I'm pretty sure she's seen every single movie ever made. So she'll probably buy, she still has the option to buy everything.
Lots of great suggestions from her account.
Yeah. Let's see. My Killer Podcast says, I won't, nothing more. LOL, I got my fingers crossed for a squishy Arrow box set, The Monkey. I didn't see what The Monkey said. Got lucky and won Morbius and Blu-ray contest.
Cool. Lucky.
He got lucky. That's very lucky. I mean, at least he didn't have to buy it. I buy every release of Child's Play movies. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting that. I'm trying to get that Steelbook, but I'm sure it's probably out of stock now, isn't it? Like all the Best Buy stuff. It's a Screen Factory Steelbook, so it might be in stock still.
It's only at Best Buy though, exclusive.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't think
I got one extra with some dings in it if you want.
Oh, so
yeah, let me know what you want for it. I'll probably take it if I can't find it at the store tomorrow. Because
does it matter that it has a couple of dings in it?
No, I don't care.
Really?
My Child's
I got
Play
dings in my Steelbooks.
My Child's Play one, the ding isn't too bad, but of course it was right under the J card. So the Steelbook looked fine. Take off the J card. Yet another reason I hate J cards.
Yeah. Well, does that make you want to? Are you going to get it replaced, Tim? Or you?
No. If the thing is not that bad, I'm not too picky. It's not. You have to like turn it and see it in the light a certain way to see the dent. So it's not that bad.
That would bug the crap out of you, Tony. Wouldn't it?
Oh, I know that if I know there's a ding in it, that's all I'll think about.
So pretty much every single Steelbook I get nowadays has that spine slash. It's like nobody.
I hate that.
Every single one. I swear to God. I think I got one recently that didn't. I think the Event Horizon Steelbook was good, but like every Lionsgate, I feel like has a slash down it.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Dogma Ken is not a meth head. Okay, guys. Just got my Child's Play 4K Steelbook. Nice. Yeah, I like that.
And if the Steelbook's black, the way this Child's Play one's just a black gloss, you can definitely see any kind of imperfections on it.
Yeah, for sure. Brian Goes Blue says, I love to see Tony talk more about the ones he loves. Definitely show his passion, but I love the conversations.
Thanks, Brian.
For sure.
Brian's another one that just loves movies and loves collecting.
Yeah, Brian has a very impressive collection as well. I did not get to see your show tonight. I got home from work. I had to run out again. Now it's time for bed. Maybe next week, have a blast. Well, you can always check out the replay video, man. Check out the replay. Let's see. Lackey Vision Films. I just got into Side Hustle Cinema making slipcovers for movies I love that don't have slipcovers. Yeah, Side Hustle's been hooking us all up with slipcovers. For sure. We have Pizzal in here. Welcome, man. Thank you for being here. He says, my issue with collecting physical media collectibles, etc., is all about the space at this point or lack thereof.
That's tough.
Yeah, we definitely talked about the space a little bit earlier. Let's see. Got a super chat somewhere. I just have to get back down. Dead Pit Radio here. What's up? Good evening, balls. Ask Tony if he uses all of his digital copies. If not, he can donate them to those in need.
Yeah, hey, I've got some I can donate. I'd be happy to.
Yeah, take it somewhere.
But I do sell. If I can sell them, I do like to sell them. It helps justify the spending.
Dang. Do have 192 people. We got more sex bots in here. What's up, Nude HD? How you doing? 192 people in here. If y'all haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. How many likes are we up to right now? It has to be 192 since we got 192 people. There's 144 people in here. Or no, there's 144 likes. Sorry. 193 people watching. Let's get those likes up, guys. Come on. You're better than this. Jordan Vale with a super chat. Thank you so much, man. Says 3 Batman questions. He says, what's your opinion on Batman 89 4K? I've actually never watched that. Have you all watched that one? I've only watched Returns.
I haven't seen any of the 4K editions of the Batman films.
You have them all, though, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you bought those new Steelbooks, right? Those were 89 in Returns. They didn't do forever in Batman and Robin, though, did they? Yeah, I never saw Batman 89 in 4K. Did you, Tim?
Yeah, I thought it looked good, but I mean, when did that Steelbook set come out? Like 2 years ago, I think I watched it, something like that.
They came out with slipcovers too.
Yeah, slips, but I got that Best Buy Steelbook set, the metal set. Yeah, that.
Oh, that's right. Cool. You hate slipcovers. I forgot. I always forget.
Flip hater.
Those slipcovers were really nice. Returns looked excellent. I remember that, because it's like wintry and it just.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite of the Batman films. Returns. I love Michelle Pfeiffer, and I just loved the Penguin. To me, that was just the perfect Batman movie.
Yeah, I love that movie too. I think it's really tough when I think about it, like which one I like more, that one or Batman 89. But I don't know. I do like them both more than the Batman, though. I do, and that seems to be a controversial opinion. Thoughts on Michael Keaton's return to the role in the future, if he actually does return?
It doesn't seem like he's going to at this point, considering his movies keep being canceled. Or it seems like they're going to cancel The Flash. I don't know.
Canceled the Batgirl, and The Flash feels like it's on life support. So, and then they got Ben Affleck in the new Aquaman.
I would love to see something of him doing Batman again.
Yeah, I was super excited for it. Then all this, crap started to happen with Ezra Miller and everything. And it's like, even if I go see it, it's going to have a dark cloud hanging over it. It feels like it just doesn't feel like it's going to be as exciting. Idea cameo appearances in DC movies from Kilmer, Clooney, and Bale.
Yeah, I just don't see any of those happening.
I mean, especially not Kilmer.
Yeah.
My thoughts is DC is a wreck. Restart, just stop, take a couple of years off, get an actual game plan, restart, and don't rely on the past. Just start fresh, because they're a disaster.
And I guess that's what they were trying with the Batman, right? Starting fresh.
No, because they still had all these other DCEU movies planned.
I know, but that was their opportunity to start fresh with the Batman.
Yeah, I think their idea was they're still going to have the DCEU as everybody knew it, but then they're just going to be they're going to be less beholden to the whole shared universe model. They're still going to have Wonder Woman and Aquaman and all that stuff, but it's just not going to be connected. And then they restarted the Batman. So that kind of opens them up to be able to have like 8 Joker movies if they want to, because it's all like different stories, and they didn't want to be beholden to like the shared universe model. I don't know if they're like starting a brand new, which I think, to be honest, like Batman should be by himself anyway. I never liked him like in the Justice League and all that. I like Batman solo in his own universe with his own story. I just think he has enough there to carry his own universe. But yeah, it's enough Batman talk. Let's get back into the chat real quick. Amazon, I did see that. Looks awesome. Looks awesome. Bob's Blu-rays here. He says another T-shirt idea for Garrett. Got a ding no cha-ching. Trademark it now, bro. Paul Revere says, while I still appreciate physical media, having movies stored on hard drives and watching them on a media player is so awesome. What do you guys think about that?
Whatever makes them happy. I'm not against anyone doing digital or putting movies on hard drives, whatever.
You don't want me to kick him out of the chat right now?
No.
Okay. All right. You're still here, Paul. We're not gonna kick you out yet. You watch it with that digital crap. Come on. Simon said, got Last Crusade at Best Buy. Man, I saw everybody getting that for $14.99. I still wouldn't get it though if I saw it for $14.99 because I didn't buy the first two. So what's the point of me buying Last Crusade?
They're great steelbooks. They're what that crummy set should have.
Yeah. Okay. We got a few more topics to dive into. Again, I don't want to keep y'all here too late, but and we already kind of dipped into this earlier, but the social media influence. Like I said, I feel like Tony and Tim, and I can get your all's perspective. I feel like you all would be collecting pretty much like you do now without the influence of Instagram and YouTube. But how has being on social media influenced the way you collect since going on it? Since going on Instagram and YouTube? Tony's been on YouTube for 9-10 years. Tim, I imagine you started on Instagram kind of like I did.
Yeah, Instagram for I don't know how many years. It was several years before YouTube, though.
Yeah. Has that influenced the way you all have bought, just seeing everybody? Because I can tell you right now, it absolutely has completely influenced the way that I bought stuff. If without social media and seeing all these other editions and everything, I wouldn't have known to go online and seek out something like Screen Factory or Arrow Video, or I would still just be buying movies that came out in theaters at Walmart, and that's how I discovered Screen Factory. It was Misery and Silent Night, Deadly Night on the Walmart shelves with a slipcover for $10 back in 2017. They don't do stuff like that anymore. I wish they did. But so it's definitely influenced me in terms of like buying the boutique labels and different collector's editions. But I guess just does it make you want to buy more? The fact that you have a channel, Instagram account, does wanting to show it off, I guess, influence your collecting and your buying decisions?
I'd be lying if I said no. There's times where the FOMO hits and there's this title everyone is showing and I'm interested too. And yeah, you want to be part of the conversation. I mean, I think anyone saying they don't, that has a channel or a Instagram stuff, is maybe kind of kidding themselves. I mean, it's hard to not get blasted by this stuff on social media and not think, gee, I want that too. FOMO is real.
Yeah, because I swear to God, every Thursday night I have a plan. I go ahead and pre-order stuff for Tuesday. Like, I'm only getting this week. I'm not going to be persuaded to get anything else. And God damn it, if Tuesday doesn't hit and I see every single person and their mama posting pictures of this beautiful Steelbook or beautiful slipcover edition, that I'm just like, damn it, I have to have this. And then I order it on Tuesday and it comes later on in the week. It happens all the time. So yeah, does that happen to you, Tony?
Oh yeah, definitely. Even with the pandemic, when the pandemic started, I met some people online who told me about Second Sight. They told me about 101 Films. These are things I had never even thought about purchasing. And then as soon as I start buying Second Sight titles or 101 Film titles, I want to get all of them. So it's meeting people, other collectors. Other collectors are really bad for people that collect because they make you want to buy more stuff. And being on Instagram and on YouTube and being involved with the community really does affect how much buying you end up doing, or at least it does for me.
Oh yeah. Especially as a Steelbook collector too. The amount of Steelbooks I don't know exist until I see someone post them. And then now I know it exists and I'm going to seek it out, because the amount of like UK Steelbooks, I had no idea. Or even like before like all of this, I had no idea what a, Nova Media and Mantelad, I didn't know what any of that stuff was. It took me a while to wrap my head around what a one-click was. Now I have a one-click. Like without social media.
I still don't know what it is. And I had Jagoda Blue explain it to me for 25 minutes on a live stream.
But yeah, it absolutely influences, though.
Oh, definitely.
For sure. And the topic I want to get into is, and again, I don't want to get negative here with anything or anybody. People have the right to their opinions and whatnot, for sure. But I want to talk about kind of critiquing other collections and collectors for the way that they collect. So what do you think about, the critiquing of other collections and how they collect? Does this phase you? Because obviously we've all been victims of this kind of stuff, and I say victims, but it's not like anybody's really hurting us or anything, but I'm just saying negative comments and stuff. Does it phase you at all? Does it make you think twice about collecting the way you do? I mean, where do you think that type of behavior comes from?
Like somebody being critical about your collection?
Yeah, just, the comments and stuff on
so Tim,
your videos. And
it depends on the comments. Sometimes there's constructive and nicely worded stuff that is fine, and then there's others where people are basically just trying to be a keyboard warrior, and they're not face to face, so they're just gonna trash you for no reason because they don't have to see you. But personally, I don't believe in everyone's collection is their own collection, and they buy it because it makes them happy. There's someone on Facebook I see that has like 100 copies of B Movie. That's great. If you love B Movie and want to keep collecting copies of B Movie, go for it. Like, no one should be critiquing someone else's collection.
I love B Movie, by the way.
But it's not affecting the person who's doing the critiquing. They're not spending the money. So really, why do you care that much? You know what I mean? Like, it really, mind your own, I guess, when it comes to that stuff. Like, let people be happy with their collections. You don't need to critique them per se.
Yeah. And I would never, I'm a kind person. I would never want to hurt anybody's feelings. And so when someone does that to me, it makes me feel bad just to think that people can be so cruel to people, because they can be really cruel. That's why I kind of enjoy it when they make the comments that they make on my channel, where they say that they want to sit in bed with me all day and talk about movies. Not that that's what I want to do, but that's something more positive than someone saying, "Hey, there's a war going on. I don't
that's the comment,
think you
should
be spending your money on this." Yeah, that's the kind of comments I should get. But there are some really mean people out there, and I've changed up some of the videos that I do because of or even the wordings that I do, where it's not an unboxing video because I didn't actually take anything out of a box. And I find myself kind of catering to those people to now where I call it an unwrapping video, because I'm actually unwrapping a Steelbook. So I do let things get to me personally, but I think it should be more of a positive. I want the channel to be positive. I don't want a bunch of negativity from it all. And with a collection like this and with the spending that I do, there are a lot of negative comments. But, that's life.
And I get the same thing, like on the monthly audits, because ever since I started, putting it out there, what I actually spend every month to people, and people are like, wow, oh my God, I can't believe I'm lucky if I can spend 150, or, my wife would kill me, or how does this guy do this? Doesn't he have kids? Like, how is he, what about their college and stuff like that? And it's like, that's, again, none of your business, but also I'm on YouTube putting all this stuff out there. So
right.
I take the bad with the good, but it's just like, it's it really is, none of anybody's business. But what fascinates me is just, what drives people to say these types of things. And it's not just with collecting. People just feel like they need to butt their nose into to everything, every aspect of life, and get their opinion out there on everything, even when it doesn't concern them. But I don't know. I watch Tim's videos, I watch Tony's videos, and you guys buy a lot more stuff than I do. And the thought of, being jealous of what you all are able to buy just never crossed my mind. I'm always just endlessly fascinated by what you all are able to buy in the collections and stuff that you all are showing off. And I don't know. It's just I understand that everybody's in a different point in their lives, and everybody's able to allocate their funds for different things in different ways. So I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's definitely not exclusive to physical media community or people that
everywhere
collect. It's everywhere on YouTube. But yeah, I just thought, talk about it for a little bit. Just talk about the way it makes us feel. This is therapy tonight. It's therapy.
Oh, geez. But
what were you gonna say, Tim?
I got a tickle on my throat now. You go on.
Here's some water.
Oh man,
some Deer Park.
People critiquing got me worked up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm gonna let you cough it out on air real quick.
Oh my gosh.
I
think I'm good.
Do you have anything else to say, Tony?
No.
Jim Power says, if you hate on Tony, you need to look in the mirror and work on some things.
Yeah, you got
Jim Power says.
Exactly. Thanks, Jim.
I agree. Some people are just haters, says Mama Blue, right? Haters hate because they are jealous. I mean, do you feel like it's just jealousy? I mean, I don't.
That's a big part of it.
It's like you get to collect all these movies that I can't. That seems like just a weird place to come from.
And I really don't want anybody to ever think that the reason I do these videos is to show off, because I really do not do it for that purpose.
No.
But I'm sure that there's probably some people that might think that when they come across the channel that I'm being showy or whatever. Because it does look showy, but that's not my intention. My intention is to talk about movies and my love for collecting.
Yeah, I mean, you have a physical media channel, so obviously you're going to have movies behind it.
Exactly.
It's just the way it is.
There's nowhere to hide them all.
No, but I mean, that's what we were talking about earlier. Like, you're the most genuine person when it comes to collecting on YouTube. Like, I totally buy and believe you would be collecting all this stuff without a YouTube channel. I don't think that makes you.
Yeah, because all of that didn't happen overnight, right? Yeah.
Because I mean, there are people out there that will buy certain editions, myself included. I've done this in the past. I don't do it as much anymore. Just to have some content to make. Like that definitely happens. You get in that mindset when you're doing videos and stuff on YouTube constantly. It's like, well, I need to figure out something to do this week. Let me, buy this Steelbook or that edition. I'll do an unboxing, a review, or whatever.
Yeah.
But
something that's crazy, I don't know if you guys have noticed it. People will sometimes put their own personal thoughts and opinions into what you should have. Like, you could be showing a haul of stuff and they love Vinegar Syndrome and you're not showing Vinegar Syndrome. So your haul sucks because you're not showing what they like. Even though it's not their collection, it's your collection. Makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Dead Pit said they started a Rise Above Hate movement years ago to combat online bullying.
Yeah.
I thought that was John Cena that started that back in the day. But okay.
I'm gonna put that Rise Above Hate and all my hashtags on all my videos now.
Hashtag no slip, no dip. Hashtag Rise Above Hate. Collecting haters. Ken, remember when people start talking mess, that means they're just peanut butter and jealous. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm interested to hear everybody's thoughts on this. It is something that happens, and what compels somebody to behave like that. But again, it's nothing exclusive to this community or anything. Culture Trini says, I drink Haterade every day. The constant hater. Let's see. Curated collecting. Do you think this is something you guys will ever be interested in doing? I feel like there was a movement in the physical media community maybe like a year or so ago where people were like trying to be minimalist and get rid of stuff that they weren't watching as much of.
Yeah.
I feel like it died off a little bit.
It did, and they started buying
that much anymore.
Yes, 100%. And they started buying everything back again.
They started buying everything back again. But just the idea of a curated collection, I definitely respect it. I respect the idea.
Space-wide.
Minimalistic collection. Do you think you guys will ever be interested in something like that? Only owning titles that you like.
No. Like I said, I love that feeling of pulling a movie I've never seen off the shelf and watching it and loving it. I wouldn't get that with a curated collection.
And if you don't love the movie, what do? You end up giving it away or selling it to someone, right?
Yeah.
We're pretty much not selling it. Probably, yeah, just giving it to someone.
Giving it away.
And the way I explained it somewhere, might have been today with KB when I was, I'll be on his channel soon, so that'll be a plug for that. I may not like a movie right now, but I may grow, as a movie lover, a movie watcher, and maybe in 10, 15 years, I might love a movie that I hated.
Yeah, that's happened.
That's true.
It happens. I don't like the movie Midsummer at all. I almost hate the movie. Maybe in 15 years, I'll love it. I don't know. I'm not going to take it out of my collection just because I don't like it right now. It's part of film history, and it's an important movie.
Yeah.
I can finish a movie and have an idea on if I just wasn't in the right mood or if I just flat out one movie I got rid of that people love, and people are not going to be happy I say this, but I hated Mandy. Hated Mandy.
It's a great movie.
I hated it so much. The color timing threw me way off. I hated the way it looked. I'm big into like cinematography and stuff, and I found it to be a very ugly movie. I just people are gonna hate me for this stuff. I didn't jive with the movie at all. I got rid of it because I knew there was 0% chance I was returning to Mandy and going to like it. But there's other movies that I watch. I'm like, I just wasn't in the right mood for that.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that stuff stays.
Yeah. Or the idea of buying a movie and watching it. Like I said, we've got so many movies back there that will probably remain unwatched. We'll never watch them, and we got to get to. So when you get done, when you finally get to a movie that you thought maybe I'll never watch this, and you finally get to it and you watch it, you're probably not going to watch it again, especially if it's one you were kind of lukewarm on. So is there really a need to still have it in the collection? And what's the mindset there with keeping a movie like that?
Yeah. So if I run across a movie that I do not like, and I watch the special features and I listen to the filmmaker talk about why they made the film and all this stuff, sometimes that sways me over to just keep it in the collection. But if it's truly a film I do not like, other than A Wrinkle in Time or whatever movie that was, I got 5 copies of, I'll sell it. I don't mind putting it on eBay and letting somebody else buy it, or give it away, or take it to the library and donate it, or do whatever. Space-wise, I like to purge things that I'm not going to have any interest in.
Okay, so you do stuff like that.
Yeah,
sometimes
it's very rare though, because I do have the hoarding tendency to where it's hard to let things go. But I do sell on eBay. I do sell stuff all the time.
Yeah, for sure. But just the idea of only, and again, I don't mean any disrespect towards anybody that collects like this,
right,
but just the idea of only having movies in my collection that I know I love just sounds so incredibly boring to me. Yeah. Just I love having that sense of discovery in my own collection. Having like 500 movies back there right now. I don't care to admit it. Probably 50% of my collection I haven't watched. Knowing that I have all those movies back there that I haven't seen, just having that sense of exploration and discovery for all the movies that I bought, I don't know, it just makes me happy. It gets me excited for all the great movies I have to come to watch. Potentially. Some of them could suck. But yeah, do you have anything else to add, Tim?
No.
Do you usually get rid of anything?
Only besides the duplicate stuff, the only other stuff I get rid of is if I absolutely know I hate it. And it's rare. Like I said, Mandy was one. There was some Dollar Tree movie that was god awful, but people loved it, and I can't remember. It was like a poop demon thing. I can't remember what the heck it was called.
Yeah.
Don't ever trust anybody that says they love a Dollar Tree movie.
Oh man, it's terrible. But yeah, there's I don't hate that many movies. I try not to. It's not fun to hate stuff. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. Some people, I think it is.
I think My Killer Podcast can tell you what the poop demon is all about. So they were talking about that on the live stream the other night.
I can't remember what it was.
The journey to the bottom of the barrel?
I forgot. It's the Rat Pack was doing a live stream the other night.
Oh, okay, yeah, the Rat Pack, yeah.
I can't remember what it had. I can't remember his name now. Ken Marino is his name, I think. God, I can't remember. It was a demon that came from his poop. was terrible. It was so bad. Yeah, Bad Milo. That's a
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've never seen that at my Dollar Tree.
I thought it was terrible.
Yeah, they were talking about that like it was really good. Really good movie. I haven't seen it.
All the power to people that liked it. I mean, that's
I don't
great.
know if I trust your opinion anymore, Tim. You didn't like Mandy. I mean, my goodness.
Oh, Mandy was terrible.
Mandy's is to you like what Midsummer is to me. Last thing I want to talk about is what do you love most? I want to end on a positive note. What do you love most about having a large collection? You know, what's the benefits? What do you love? Tim.
You threw out the word exploration, and that works pretty good. I love having basically my own blockbuster with just endless genres and different types of stuff to just grab and watch at any point. If I only had 100 movies or something like that, like again, you throw out the word boring. I like a large selection. I could watch something from the 1930s to a 2022 movie, all different genres. I love that.
Yep. And just having the availability of just watching anything that you want to watch. I have been watching a minimum of one movie a day for the past 2 years, other than the 5 days that I was sick. And if I ever want to watch anything, I just come to the shelf. It takes time to figure out what I want to watch. So it's usually planned ahead of time of what's going to be watched during the week. But there's always something different. You don't have to worry about the internet being down. You don't have to worry about having to pay $20 online to watch something. It's just on the shelf, which I think is the biggest plus. So I like having a large collection for that purpose.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just I just love that old school feeling of having movies on a shelf and getting to go check them out and look at them, just having it all back there and get to walk up and pick a movie off the shelf and put it in for the night. It just reminds me of that, the old days going to the video store and getting to have that in my own house. It's cool. Culture Trinity, brings up a good point. Some of my favorite movies comes from blind buys or recommendations.
Yes.
I could not agree more.
So actually, even speaking on, we talked about Dollar Tree too, because Dollar Tree does have gems. I blind bought the movie Short Term 12 on Blu-ray from Dollar Tree. It has Brie Larson in it. It's a good movie. I loved it. I thought it was great. I would have never known about it otherwise. Blind buys can be great. So I love them.
And that's a good movie that you found at the Dollar Tree. I don't know if I'd consider it like a Dollar Tree movie because I found Fargo at the Dollar Tree on Blu-ray. Yeah. Because I think I watched Short Term 12 on Netflix. I think like in 2013 or 2014 or something. It's been quite a while since I've seen it. But yeah, it's a good movie. Good movie. Tim answered that one fast. What did he answer fast? I appreciate Tony's Letterboxd. Says Lewis Gill.
Yep, I log everything.
Mika says, I'm a minimalist by nature, so I am selective of what I buy. I tend to rewatch all my films often. I can only have what I like. I usually will stream something before buying. Yep. Yeah, and I respect that, Mika.
Yep, me too.
I respect that. Everybody collects differently. My wife is definitely a minimalist like that. If it was up to her, I wouldn't have any of this stuff behind me. She thinks it's all clutter. That's why I made her promise me that I could have one room down here when we finish the basement to store my movies.
I have this crazy mentality though, where say I put something on like HBO Max, I'm gonna watch, and then I finish it and I like it. I instantly want to buy a copy of the movie, full well knowing I'm not returning to it anytime soon. Mm-hmm. But it's just that I liked it and want to own it, so it could sit there on my shelf.
Yep.
Yeah, for when you get that need to want to watch it again. You got it.
Yep.
Midsummer was good and weird. I enjoyed it.
I did too. Midsummer, yeah.
It's a bad take, Gary.
So when I do get older, I don't mind it if y'all want to take me up on top of a cliff and then put all my Blu-rays on the bottom and just throw me back into my Blu-rays. That'd be fine. But,
so like Midsummer?
Yeah, but make sure that I'm dead the first time. I don't want to have to go back up again for the second time.
You don't want somebody to have to come up with a big hammer and
No.
Smack you in the head?
No, please.
No? Smack you with a Steelbook?
Yeah.
Put you down for good? If I get a really good recommendation, I may go out on a leap. Okay. Midsummer or original Wicker Man? Of course, Wicker Man. Of course, the Wicker Man. It's no question. LOL, I should be in this discussion, says Off the Shelf Movie Night. I'm sorry, man. I'll invite you next time. Even bad movies serve a purpose, like as a coaster, right, Kenny? Yeah. Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween was a coaster on my desk for the longest time. I don't know where it went now. Somewhere. Kim plus Tony plus Tim equals truth in a booth.
Truth in the booth.
I never heard that one before.
Sounds good.
I mean, there are ways to check a movie without buying it to see if you like it first. Yeah, I guess for me, it's just I don't have time to rewatch a bunch of movies, so I just I guess I just want to buy it. I just want to take that chance and buy it and have it in the collection, and then when I get time to watch it, I'll watch it.
It's weirdly more satisfying when you watch a blind buy and you like it versus watching it on like HBO Max. It's so weird.
There's been so many movies I watch on there, and I'm like, damn it, I wish I would have bought this thing. I love it. But now I rented it, and now I have to buy it. And then some stuff you watch on streaming doesn't have a good physical media release, like Unlawful Entry. That doesn't have a good Blu-ray release. And I watched that on Tubi last year off a recommendation. I loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
It is a good one.
Let's see. I'll go through a couple more comments, guys. Everybody's been great and very active in the chat tonight. It's definitely been a great conversation with Tim and Tony. And we're going to end things real soon. Labcavision says it wasn't a pool demon. It was a demon from the man's anus. Get it right, Tim.
Yeah, it was terrible. That's just all I can remember from it.
The butt demon is so squishy. Lewis Gill echoes the Midsummer's better than Hereditary. Oh my God, that's a horrible take. I can't get down with that one. I just picked up Bad Milo a couple months ago, knowing it probably wasn't going to be the greatest, but I love Mary Kay Place. You know what they say about guys that have big collections?
They're broke.
Yeah. If you take out all the Evil Dies Tonight, Halloween Kills, is Halloween Kills really that bad? What do you guys think about that?
I enjoyed it, but it just
Tony loves it. He bought every edition. You buying the Steelbook that comes out this month?
Or is it next month? I already bought it from Zavi last year.
Oh, is it the same one?
Yeah, it's reversed art, colors.
So, I thought Kills was fine, but Halloween is really not a franchise I love. I love the first and I love the third, and then the rest of them are different variations of fine to bad.
Yeah, I think it would make for a better movie, but I don't think I would take it out because it would, take away from being able to make fun of it. It's a great legacy for that movie to have. I think it's going to be fun to be able to repeat that for years to come. So I wouldn't take it out. I have to get better with updating Letterboxd. I always forget to update that.
Yeah,
I do too sometimes, but I'll get to where I'm backed up 2 weeks, and then I'll have to remember everything I watched for the previous 2 weeks, and then I'll have to update it real quick. I'll usually get it.
I'm real systematic about everything. So as soon as I watch the movie, I go to my computer, I log it on Letterboxd, and I also log it on my Blu-ray.com account.
It sounds exhausting to me, Tony. You're the man, though. Having a big collection, I found myself not being able to find something to watch, shaking my head.
Yeah. I'll spend about recommendations.
I'll spend sometimes the length of a movie trying to find a movie and then being like, I wasted so much time. Now I'm going to watch this TV show.
Yeah.
Jim Power says, Tony, what do you do with a blind buy movie that you absolutely hate? Sell it, throw it away, donate it.
Typically, I've got 2 guys that I work with at work. I'll ask them if they're interested in it. And then if they're not, then I will go to eBay to see what it sells for. If it sells for something that's worth the hassle, then I'll sell it on eBay. But I've just got stacks and stacks of movies in the other room that nobody wants.
Somebody wants them.
Somebody might want them. One of these days I might just do a live stream and just say, well, no, that'll get out of hand. But
auction.
Just give them away.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be a lot of mailing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
A
that's
lot of mailing for sure.
Yes.
Well, I'm like Tim. Like I'd rarely ever make time to go to the post office, or I try to every 2 weeks. But
They know me at the post office. That's how.
so when I
often-
want to sell some stuff, I just group it all together and I say, "You all have to buy all this," and then I'm done for a set amount price. And even if I lose money on it, it just works out better. I agree with Tim. As selective as I try to be, I never check out a movie on streaming before blind buying, other than maybe watching the trailer. Yeah, it's a good point. And we'll end on this one from the Horror Dude. Do you guys ever just look at your collection and just stare at it sometimes?
Yep.
Yes.
Do you stare at it because you're looking for a movie, or do you stare at it because you're just in awe of? You're just look at what I've done. Look at this. It's just all these years of collecting.
It's just to zone out and just kind of stare
awe.
at the collection, the collectibles, the posters. Just kind of. I have all this stuff around here because I love it. So yeah, sometimes I just want to. I don't know. I might zone out for 10 minutes, just kind of staring around.
Yeah. It happens. It happens. But look, we're at the end. Tony, Tim, I appreciate y'all coming on here and doing this with me. Definitely couldn't have had two better dudes to come on and talk about this stuff. Two great collectors, YouTubers. I always love collabing and doing live streams. I feel like almost every live stream I do on another channel, you guys are always there with me. So it just feels like I collaborate with you two more than anybody else. So I was really happy to have this conversation with you all tonight.
Yep. Very nice.
About collecting. Hopefully we got some stuff off our chest and just provided some greater insight to everybody on the mindset and the psychology behind, collecting on a large scale. But before we go, Tim, promote yourself.
Oh God. Hey everyone, Tim here from Tim Talks Talkies, and I love movies and stuff. If you enjoy movies and prints and vinyl and such, come to my channel. Yay movies. Go to Tony now.
I'll let you all seen Spring Breakers, right? I do love that line. Look at all my shit. I got that. You remember that? That's so good.
Yeah.
So good. Tony.
Yep, Tony Basement Blues. You can find me on Instagram, on TikTok, and of course my YouTube channel. I'm going to be on S'mores Indoors Friday night for some random questions. So if you want to check that out, that'll be live Friday night on his channel. So yeah, and thanks, Ken. I really enjoyed this conversation.
Yeah, this was a great time.
I enjoyed having you guys so much. Thank you for spending your Tuesday evenings with me. I know you all have to be up early. And yeah, definitely, guys, subscribe. 168 people still in here. Hit the like button, but subscribe to these two real collectors is what I'm going to call them. You guys are the real deal when it comes to collecting. I don't know about myself. I'm not going to say that about myself. I will definitely say that about the two of you guys, though. So definitely subscribe to their channels for some more awesome physical media, movie, and collecting content. But yeah, great nights. Like the stream. Subscribe to all the channels. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And we'll see y'all later.
See ya.